Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning, happy Thursday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Lots to get to today. Mike Schaefer in the 7 o'clock hour. Here from Heyman today. He's got a song of the You'll like it. I'm going to tell you right now. Heyman's song of the day, very good. I'll be surprised if anybody in the world. I'll be surprised if anybody listening gives it a low grade. If they do,
1973.
Yes, that's the time frame.
Anybody listening?
Anybody. It's a universal song that's hard to dislike. That's my tease for Heyman today.
Is it Air Supply?
It's not Air Supply.
Okay.
It's not.
The national anthem.
Well, that's good. That's a good answer. No, it's not the national anthem either. Don't guess.
Air Supply.
Air Supply.
Why are you on an Air Supply Jag? You like them?
Well, yeah, they're really good.
They're pretty good.
Especially in concert.
I'm all out of love.
So lost without you.
Yeah. Jeez,
Yeah.
Jake.
It's a great
Hold
song.
that.
It's a great
You
song.
did a good job with the initial lyric there, so I got it pretty easily.
So lost without you.
Yes. So
It can't be
Money,
too late.
money.
It can't stop
can
it.
you try that song again? Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it. I'll do
Just
it when
the Jesse J song from the mid 2000s.
when the moment comes. I think the next line in your song, Air Supply, is I can't be too late to say that I was so wrong.
I think that's right. That's
Wow.
incredible. Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Look at lyrics. You know, I have lyric coaches. I don't know lyrics
Jake
besides
just-
the one I gave you, but I would have no chance of getting that lyric you just said there. None.
Can't be too late
That's all
to
I
say
got.
that I was so wrong.
Anyway, listen to some Air Supply today.
Let's make that happen. Anything for I don't chit chat off the bat for you guys.
Should we just do the Trev thing off the chit chat?
Sure.
11 a.m. kickoff? For
11
the
a.m. Well,
spring game?
There you go. Spring games, 11 a.m. on Bill's birthday, April 27th.
I'm sure they're going to probably have me down on the field.
I thought they might have you sing a song or
You
something.
got to lead the drug-free pledge.
Yes. Yes, I would do it. I would
You
do
could.
it. I could do it.
Get dressed up.
Yes.
You know, wear
I would
something
do
nice.
that.
You don't even have to wear something that nice. 11 a.m. kickoff for the spring game was announced last night on statewide radio by the Supreme Leader Trev Alberts.
The Supreme Leader.
Statewide radio.
Yeah, statewide radio.
Are we considered statewide radio?
Ha! Jake?
I would say yes.
Help
I would
us
say
with
that
yes.
we are statewide radio.
Okay, we're statewide.
I mean, people listen to us all over the state. I know that, but statewide, I don't know if we'd be labeled that or not.
I don't even know if I'm properly.
You can call yourself whatever you
Yeah.
want. We can label
Yeah.
yourself anything.
I don't even know if I should label that. I mean, it's Husker Sports Nightly is what we're talking.
Yes.
Anyway, 11 a.m. kickoff, which I don't know. It's probably maybe it's happened before for the spring game. I don't know.
It's been like 1 or 1:30 recently, almost every
It's
time.
kind
right?
of it's somewhat interesting. The question would be to ask is
What?
11 a.m. is something to do with TV, but in general, the spring games have went away from TV. They're not interesting.
Yeah, in this case, it's
Colorado was interesting last year.
It was.
They wanted that one, so that was like not a prime time. They got a major. It got major news
Mhm.
time on that.
okay. What Trev said, Alberts. Part of the reason for this is we think it's going to be kind of a cool day to spend with the Huskers for families who might choose to come to town. He's talking about fans can go to a spring game and then go to a baseball and or softball game.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the
Yeah, 'cause
big-
I don't think
day
it's so
there.
much based on TV anymore. People have just kind of realized that it's just really hard to have a spring game. So the most part, so you go into this game and all of a sudden it's like, well, we have one center healthy or whatever's going on. It's just really hard to do the old school spring game like there was. The numbers aren't the same. Everything about it's not the same. And when you watch those things on TV, they're horrific. They are. They're just, to watch. I mean, even myself, I'm like a college football fan, and I do not want to watch South Carolina or North Carolina or any Carolina
practice.
There's some fun moments. Like a couple years, they had the big guys try to catch a punt. That was kind of fun at the spring
guys?
game. Yeah, the offensive lineman, they try to catch a punt. That was hilarious to watch. Try to hit the field goal post with throws. I mean, that was interesting, but that was not actually game. That was like fun.
I missed that.
That was Bo. That was back like in the Bo years. Yeah, like 2014.
So I'm just saying it's too hard. So that is not a shot at any school. It's just really hard for them to be able to have that. And I think now the ESPN has realized that this does not catch much traction on TV.
So yeah, that's the deal in this case. He said then at 1:30 after the game, you could go over to Bolin Stadium. That's the softball.
Watch Jordy Ball.
Yeah.
And
maybe baseball an hour later. The baseball time and the softball times are not set, but you see what he's getting at.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yeah, that's a good plan. It's a really good to double down.
I think the general admission tickets are 15, which I think is 5 more than it had been.
I think it's been 10. You're right. Yeah, it's been $10 previously.
So they whipped up the general admission tickets a little bit. So that's it. There you go. April 27th.
Well,
Bill's
the dome
birthday.
isn't free.
No,
the dome isn't free.
They got to start.
They start adding it at the dome. Well, we'll just take the numbers you had from 1994 and what it would cost to do this.
Incredible.
What was it?
It's not that bad.
It wasn't that bad. It was like 15 million.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
you could do that.
We could do that. This is the
Then we
big
said,
deal.
can you specify what that's from? Yeah, the 90s. Oh,
That was
yeah.
94 Pontiac
94.
Silverdome. Tore down now.
Money is very
30
similar
years
to
ago.
back
It's
then.
30 years.
Barry Sanders was just breaking into the league.
Is there any chance, as far as hoops go, is there any chance we can hear Fred's commentary from the Rutgers game again?
I don't have it pulled up.
Do we have it pulled up?
I don't. I closed that down before the show.
Let's
That
pull
was
up-
a very awkward
That was
moment.
very
Can I
awkward.
tell you that Josh was mortified after the show? You had left. He's like, I cannot believe I did that. I said, it's okay, Josh. It happens.
It was funny, Josh.
We
Josh,
made light
it
of it.
was very funny because all of a sudden
We're
he's
like,
going
hang
off
on a
on
second.
hey,
Did you play those
the
comments right now?
sky is not falling. I'm like, just won 2 in a row. This guy's we're not a horrible. He's like, I go, why is he referring back to the Rutgers game? What's going on here?
At the same time, we all said this is not the right game he's talking about. This is not it. But no, I don't have that clip to pull up today.
Just
I don't
didn't
have
know if we're doing any old clips like that. That'd be
Sure.
awesome.
We always could. We could always keep the breakers on their on their toes a little bit there.
Do you want to talk about Fangio, Vic?
Well, we can. Yeah,
you okay
it's part
with
of
that?
Idle Chit Chat. So yes, I received, as you would assume, a lot of texts yesterday with the same tweet from Adam Schefter saying the Dolphins and Vic Fangio have.
You
mutual-
received the tweet. Did Shefty tweet you
No.
directly?
I had people.
Good question.
That's what.
Yes.
No, I received texts from people who sent me the tweet of Adam Schefter
Okay.
about Vic Fangio and the Dolphins have mutually parted ways, and people said, "Are you okay?" So I'm fine. I'm fine with it. It's all right. It's perfectly fine. I told you I was at points disappointed with the Dolphins defense this year.
It's 3 coordinators in 3 years.
That's concerning. I'm not doubt that's a little odd for McDaniel and Flores to have that kind of.
So you felt that all that they would have been in the Super Bowl. He just made bad calls.
No, I don't say no. The
Okay.
Dolphins offense failed Miami. Tua failed Miami in the playoffs.
What point do people just not question McDaniel because he's so likable?
I'm not saying that again. I question him. I'm just saying that losing Fangio is not the end of the world. There's players that were vocally upset with his defense. Jalen Ramsey didn't like the way he was playing in that defense because he was pretty stubborn in how we did it.
Okay.
When the Dolphins had Xavier Howard hurt and a couple other guys hurt, they against the Jets, they shadowed Ramsey on Garrett Wilson. Guess what? He had like 1 catch for 2 yards. Against Stephon Diggs, they didn't shadow him. And Diggs torched the Dolphins because they went the other side of Ramsey sometimes.
You need to call down there. Keep going. This is interesting.
So then you're basically wanting Fangio to play man-to-man defense every single snap because that's what has to be shadow. That's what it has to be. So
well,
you don't do that in zone coverage or anything. So just want to make sure of fact that
I'm just pointing out
they prefer to.
Ruh-roh.
We're gonna shadow him.
No.
So wherever he lines up,
it worked against the
there's
Jets.
only one way to do it, Jake. Just so you know. And did he shadow Wilson every snap? With he met was,
I don't have the snap count right there.
I'd like to know. So
I just know that he shadowed him pretty much the entire game.
But you threw it out pretty boldly that you knew exactly what was going on with the shadow technique.
I thought I'd get pushed back on this. It's fun. Listen, I'm not getting.
I know. I don't. Again, I get out. I got over my skis. I shouldn't even talk about football. I shouldn't even talk about it. I'll let you guys handle
Especially
it.
not technique.
Yeah. Especially that technique. Is nothing to do with defensive backs or
Scheme
defensive
technique.
football.
Would you just leave that to us?
Yeah.
Yeah, please. So my point is this: I'm not saying it's a great look for Miami. I'm not saying, oh, this is.
I'm okay, Jake. It's fine. I'm just.
It's
I wondered what you thought.
It's football. He wants to be back. He's rumored to go back to the Eagles to be the DC there. It's not official,
Yeah,
but that's the rumor there.
He's going back with Sirianni.
So he wants to be closer to home.
See, now the question in Philly is why not just make Fangio the head coach, instead of Sirianni, who's in trouble?
Does that come up?
Yeah, I was just listening to ESPN Radio. And ESPN Radio was talking about Fangio, and they never, ever mentioned McDaniel. My theory on McDaniel is people love him, so he doesn't get questioned. He's a cycle-through coordinator.
He deserves to get questioned.
He's cycles through. There's Bill. It's the third defensive coordinator firing in 3 years. At what point do you look at the head coach and say, nah, I mean, that's a problem over there too?
Yeah, I mean, there would no one be like, what's the best way to keep it fresh? Try to get a new DC every year. That's always the best way to keep it fresh. Yeah, like,
but that's what they're doing. Yeah. I mean, 3 in 3 years doesn't that kind of raise some questions?
Yes, yeah, absolutely, it does.
I have questions too. All right, I'm not like gung ho saying yippee ki on this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking.
Doesn't seem like it.
Doesn't seem like it.
I'm calm. I believe in what they're going to do. And
do you?
The rumor, I mean, there's a couple guys, but there's a guy, the linebackers coach, Anthony Campanile, is a guy.
Campanelli.
Is that how I say it?
Yeah, Campanelli.
You would know.
He's from New Jersey. Yeah.
Okay. Anthony Campanelli is rumored to possibly be the next coordinator. He was a linebackers coach for the Dolphins. Very popular on Hard Knocks. It's funny how the fans, that's the guy because of Hard Knocks.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's a good coach. He did a good job with that unit in terms of the injuries too.
I couldn't imagine that would be the most horrific thing it would happen in my coaching career.
What
would be to be on Hard Knocks?
Why do you say that?
And I think it's still not because I wouldn't mind being. But
you'd be good on there.
But I don't. That's my point though. And all of a sudden, not the point that'd be good. All of a sudden, you're a fan favorite or you're not because whatever clip you don't even know how they edited the clip.
Yep.
You have no idea how things are put together.
Yeah.
That is, I understand why the NFL does it because people watch it, so it's pretty cool. But it doesn't benefit you at all, and I would be horrible. I despise they always do mic'd up.
Yep,
it's for college coaches, and I'm like, how long does it have to happen? When's it have to be on, and how soon can I get it off? I just don't want to be. I don't want a camera following me around. You want a camera following you around?
No.
All day?
Hell no.
Good God.
Following you around all day?
That'd be pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
McDaniel loves that, though. That's his deal. That's why, Jake, I don't despise the guy. I just wonder about it. But Hard Knocks, he's all about it because he's a walking soundbite, right?
I hated being on Hard Knocks. I hated it. I'm with you. I want privacy. I don't want my crap out there. I don't want anything that could be possibly used against me or anything said that's potentially questionable to be just out there and on social media saying, look at this idiot who said this with the Dolphins. I don't want that. Keep it private. But they embraced it. They embraced Hard Knocks in Miami.
And sometimes it's really cool. I don't know.
I don't want to see them ever on Hard Knocks.
They talk about any shadowing technique on Hard Knocks.
Oh, they may have brought it up, possibly.
Yeah, they didn't shadow. They shadowed versus the Jets.
I'm just
and they
saying,
non-shadowed and everything fell apart.
My point was this.
If they shadowed versus the Chiefs, they beat the Chiefs easily.
I was following some Dolphins players' social media once the news came out. I don't follow them. I just saw people's posts about it.
All right.
Javon Holland, who is is a top young safety in the NFL from Oregon. When it was announced, he posted a picture of him kicking rocks. Rocks, Fangio, basically, is what the rumor was there.
Ooh, really?
You would just post a video of kicking rocks randomly after the news came out. It was about 5 minutes after this was official that he posted a video of him kicking rocks.
Man, so that was a dig at Vic Fangio.
That's what people think. That's if you're reading social medias.
So it wasn't going well.
I don't know. I'm just.
They were injury riddled, isn't there?
That is true. They had a bunch of
All
injuries.
I heard from Jake was they're down to their 8th and 9th edge rusher.
That's right. They were.
So that was Fangio's fault too.
I'm not sitting here to blame Vic Fangio.
No, you're not.
I'm just saying. I'm not going to sit here and panic though. It's not a good look to have 3 coordinators in 3 years. I'm telling you, that's absolutely accurate there. But I don't say, well, the Dolphins are screwed because Fangio's
I'm not,
gone.
and I'm not either. It just raises questions in my mind about the head coach.
I think that's fair. That's a fair question, a fair conundrum to have there about Fangio and McDaniel.
Fangio's out.
Fangio's out in Miami.
Okay, Fangio's out in Miami, 11 a.m. kickoff, spring game. What do you got, Bill? What's going on?
I like the sweatshirt today.
Oh, I do too.
Well,
It's regal.
Should we talk about my dream?
Yes.
Please.
Because it was the most crazy dream I've ever had in my life.
When was it?
What's that?
When was it?
The dream?
Yeah.
Last night.
Okay,
last night. It was actually very early morning.
That's what I wondered.
Yeah, it was probably between the 3 and 4 o'clock time frame.
There you go.
But it was an incredible dream. I was dreaming. I ran into Harbaugh in the lobby, and it's like 4:30 in the morning, and but everything was in right time.
Hotel lobby.
He just got in the Chargers job, and so I was down there, and we were talking about it. Then I realized that I'm dreaming.
No.
And then I realized in the dream, I wake up from the dream in the dream, and
Inception.
it's real. So I'm thinking it was the most bizarre. Imagine being in a dream. In the dream, you go, I'm dreaming, and I wake up from the dream, but it's still a dream.
Wow.
That went really deep. That went really deep.
That did.
So when I did actually wake up, I was like, I did not talk to Harbaugh. That's odd. Because
okay. I've never had that happen.
That was the
That's
most
pretty
bizarre
cool,
dream I've ever.
in a dream.
A dream in a dream, and
that makes me.
I wonder how deep that goes if somebody
I
evaluates
love
that.
Yeah. I love that.
Do you recall your conversation with Harbaugh, what you talked about?
No, a little bit. I just congratulated him, and also I talked to him about how impressed I was with it, that how he won at University of San Diego, Stanford, went through that, like that. I asked him about Alex Smith because he coached Alex.
He did.
We asked him about that.
He coached Alex Smith at
49ers.
San Fran.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how I know all. But anyway, it was the craziest. When I finally woke up, it was like, whoa.
It's interesting.
It's the reason I was late to work today for my normal time.
Usual. Yeah.
I was late to work today because I was so thrown off by and the dream was going later, and so I'd hit the snooze and I went back into the dream.
That's
This is a great segue.
Yeah,
it's a great segue.
I'd love to have that evaluated.
Yes, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Call them or text 402-440-6297. So speaking of Jim Harbaugh, which Bill dreamed about last night, yes, he is officially the head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. Been the rumor for at least a week, maybe more. Now it's official. He's going back. He's leaving Michigan. He's going back to the NFL. And this, the AFC was already pretty dang good. It's got a whole lot better yesterday with Jim Harbaugh going to LA.
I mean, somebody always have, it's a hire. That's a cool hire. Not maybe, he's got a lot of this stuff. Harbaugh has like the bricks and the mortar type of thing. He's not this flash guy.
No.
He's like, he's got these special plays like that. No, he's going to build a.
Are you talking about McDaniel?
No, I'm not.
Dolphin
I'm
shots
not, I'm not taking dolphin shots at all.
It could be though.
A lot of people get hired. A lot of people get hired with that, just being like they got the magic
He's funny.
plays.
He's funny.
Yeah,
he's quirky.
And I'm just telling you, it's a brilliant hire. If you what were the Chargers here? Were they 5-11 or 5-12?
5-12. I want to say. Let's get that official.
Jake,
there's no chance that's the case now, and unless there's ridiculous injury, and they had some injuries this year. But if they stay somewhat healthy, they're going to win 10 games.
They were 5-12.
5-12. So win 10 games.
So Jake knows these personnel questions better than we do. How are the Chargers?
They have talent. I mean, the Chargers under Staley. Think about last year.
They're ahead of the Jags by what, 24?
They blew a 27-0 lead in the playoffs. They would have been the second round. They were blowing them out. They got Austin Eckler. They got Justin Herbert. They got Keenan Allen.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a couple other receivers they like out there. The defense has some dudes at a rough year. They got some dudes. Injuries were a problem with the Chargers. They always have talent. The joke is, how can you be this talented and not do anything with it?
Mm-hmm.
And now Jim Harbaugh is inheriting a lot of talent there. I'm not sure the contracts with the guys who need to be re-signed or where the cap's at, but I know they have a good talented team.
They have a quarterback. Starts the whole thing.
They got a QB.
It's a huge
starts the whole thing. And that was always the reason. Like, where do you think he'll go? It's how many times it's always like, well, it's the Chargers. Also, he had a connection with the Spanos family, played there, and so he has a connection with them. He spent a lot of time in that state.
Yep.
49ers, Stanford,
yep.
University of San Diego.
Yep.
And also coached for the Raiders. And they were in, I don't know if they were at Oakland at that time or if they were in LA at that time. I'm not sure, but I think it was Oakland. But my point being is that he has spent 20 years probably of his coaching life in California and played in California. That's not a weird deal for him to go to California.
No. Has he announced staff? Anybody?
I have not seen staff.
Yes, he announced his complete staff yesterday.
Well, they were talking about Roman.
When it was official at 5 o'clock. It's all
well,
time.
sometimes there was talk of Roman Greg, and then bringing Mentor, his defensive coordinator, and Jay Harbaugh, his son, as the special teams coordinator.
It's the fifth time. I don't have the names. It's the fifth time that a national championship coach left directly didn't coach the next season. Now I don't know if on those 5, I don't know if there's a retirement. I don't know if it's a change into college or if it went to the NFL. But 5 standing national championship coaches have left
to go to the NFL.
No, that's what I just said. I don't know where they went.
They did a different job.
They did a different job. But they departed their school. I don't know if it was retirement, another college job, or NFL. I assumed when I read it, it was NFL. But that's how I looked at it.
So at Michigan, Pete Thamel.
I like Pete.
Yeah, he knows what's going on, right? He says offensive coordinator Sharon Moore is the favorite to replace Jim Harbaugh. Other names: Lance Leipold, Chris Kleiman, and Dave Clawson. Then period. Matt Rule and Luke Fickell have been considered amid past Harbaugh flirtations with the NFL, which I don't quite understand that sentence, but it might be a way for Trace Armstrong, Matt Rule's agent, to say, hey, can you just work his name in there somehow? I don't know who Fickell's agent is. But anyway, I don't know. I mean, it seems like Sharon Moore has the most steam, right?
Well, there's a couple things with it. Is that there on the part? I wouldn't say the word negative, but it needs to be understood a little bit.
What
was when Sharon Moore took over the team?
Yes,
he did a very good job, but he only took him over on game day. Jim was there when he didn't.
It was Jim's team.
I mean, they landed on the tarmac at Penn State, and they met him and said, "Jim, you're out." So
then they went and won. They didn't win. They didn't run the ball. Or they didn't pass the ball once in the second half.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So it wasn't as if, hey, listen, you got the team to yourself for 3 weeks. You had the team for, and be honest with you, I don't even know if it was on game, if he couldn't speak the game. I don't even know, was Harbaugh like in the locker room? I know he couldn't coach him like at halftime.
No, I don't think he could be at the stadium.
That could be at the stadium. Okay, so anyway, but
he was outside.
But it's only one outside the stadium. I believe he was just outside there.
Just somewhere outside.
Just talking to people. They check in. So that's the only thing that they check in. Excuse me. Imagine if Jim was taking tickets. Gate 12.
I can't coach today, but
Gate 12. Usher.
Can't coach, but I'm here.
So that's the one thing that is like, okay, what did he do as far as the big picture? Right. As far as managing the team. Yeah. There's also, as everyone knows, it is so different to go from position coach to that type of a who's going to jump in there to being the guy. And also the personality that you're replacing is a major personality. And be honest with you, in coaching world, a incredible, great personality. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that really, it's been like I hate him. I don't like him. I don't know. Have you been around him? You really studied him? What do his teams look like?
Really good.
Really good. How much do you just go? They're so undisciplined. There's penalties everywhere. Turning the ball over.
Where are they always really strong? Special teams.
Yeah, mass, kicks ass, and special teams. They're always. I mean, when you watch them, I mean, was there anybody that watched Michigan and be like, I wish we looked like that? Was there anybody who, as a team?
Yeah, I think a lot of people would.
Yes, I mean, I think everyone. I think everyone would be like going, I wish we looked like that.
Yeah,
as a team. If you're whatever school you're at, I'd like to look like that.
They made a huge impression in Lincoln, and was it October?
28 zip at halftime.
Late September. I mean, the look of them made I was like, okay, that looks like a national championship team, which they were.
Yeah. Remember, thank you, Steve. Remember that was their first road game of the season. And they just came out here and rolled Nebraska. It was never in question from start to finish. Never in question, that football game.
So the quarterback was kissing his girlfriend. He was kissing his girlfriend during the fourth quarter. She came down the sidelines, talked to him.
JJ's like, JJ's over, man.
He goes, oh, hey, didn't see you there. Comes over, talks to her, gives her a kiss, and says, I'll see you after the game.
Now that was
they're engaged now.
That was Jim's first game on the sideline, right? Yeah, it was. They'd used 3 different head coaches going into that game. Okay, then the second go round of suspensions, it was Sharon Moore's show. The first go round of suspensions, they used 3 different guys, and then Michigan came to town with Jim. I
still think when you go through everything, it's like, okay, the Sharon Moore are probably the best chance to hold those together. as the portal now is open for Michigan players.
Yeah, 30 days.
There will be someone leave.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There will
God,
be
yes.
there will be someone of you wish didn't leave. Someone's going to say, I don't hate it, but I'm going to leave.
Mhm.
And I came for the Jim Harbaugh experience.
And especially if they hire from outside.
Yeah, the outside would be. I think that's the one reason it just won't, and it just won't be that. But
Okay, now hold on. That is an interesting. See that scenario we talked about Oregon State, where Oregon State basically hired Trent Bray because there was going to be a mass exodus of players. The players have a lot of power now. The portal has put a lot of power.
before when you couldn't leave,
Right.
like,
We never had the conversation.
no,
now,
the conversation.
now the players have a lot of power in coaching hires, and Sharon Moore could benefit from that.
Just think. I mean, Alabama lost players, right?
Right.
And I know
30 of
I
them.
know it's tough because
30.
Now remember, of the 30, in general, when you look at that, it's like every roster and people leave. It's like there's some that were leaving no matter what.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with the scenario. We're already in that doesn't matter. But when you go through, it's like, okay, they lost obviously the most legendary coach in college football to this time,
Yes.
and
The big
but they brought in an incredible coach. Did everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Could they have hit a home run better? I mean, just personality wise,
I'd say
what
no.
he's done with him.
I mean, Sark maybe, but
but he's a
Close.
He's a dude.
yeah.
They hit a home run.
They hit a home
run,
Home
and they still
run.
lost guys.
I know.
And they brought in a home run hire. Just been in the national championship game.
How
they-
much?
No big deal.
They had
No big
just
deal.
beaten Texas, a team that Alabama didn't beat.
It begs the question, Bill, as an AD, how much you have to consider that factor. You have a certain guy you want to hire outside, say it's Lance. Does it give you pause knowing we're probably going to lose some guys?
Why
Like
the
maybe
pause? I don't know. I was born with them.
Does it give you?
Thank you.
Does it give you? Does it give you pause as an AD that some people, probably a lot of players are going to leave? Does it factor in your decision?
I think you have to. I don't think this would happen at all. But if I was Ward Manuel, I would look at it and say, we're going to hire whoever I think the best is, and that
Are
may
you?
be the best. Because here's why: at Michigan right now, you're already losing 20 guys. 20 guys are already out the door, just that are going to the draft, moving on. I mean,
God.
you've lost your whole core. So you're holding a team together. But in my mind, does anyone think you're holding a national championship team together?
No, but are you holding a top 10
Yeah.
team together?
Probably, I would think so. But I mean, I think everyone will be amazed to see what Michigan will look like next year. They lost a lot of players.
McCarthy and Corum are going to the draft.
Right.
Huge-
I'll be
huge
amazed. I'd be amazed if how far they might drop off. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to hire Sharon Moore just to make sure it doesn't drop off too much. Because as we know at Nebraska, it may not come back.
And the hard part where they've been also is that so now players can leave, but it's not open other places if you're not or not already in the portal, so they can't gather. And I believe that Michigan, I think Michigan only had taken like one player, two players. Their portal class was like in the 80s or 90s. They didn't take anybody.
No, they didn't.
They didn't take anyone.
They didn't.
So they
no
didn't
portal.
add in. So all of a sudden, it's like, so if they do get some departures,
Mhm.
then we have to add them in the second section. And that's usually kind of like it's a little bit of discount shopping.
It is. You mean the second
portal
go around?
The second portal
The
go
spring
around.
portal
The
go
spring
around.
portal go around. It's kind of and you'll see most people that go in there are like, there's like, yeah, I'm not going to play here where I'm at.
See,
and so I'm going into the portal.
Maybe Michigan, I don't know. Now I'm thinking out loud, guys. But the Michigan players that enter the portal now, where could teams are started winter conditioning? I guess you can still go join them, right? But classes have started. You got to go.
Classes started, I believe have they started here?
Yeah.
Yes, starting Monday. Yeah,
Monday. So
Monday.
you usually have 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
If you came here.
Okay.
And for most places, there's a lot of places on the quarter system. And like I said, if people would just listen to the show nationwide, get rid of the stupid semester system.
Mhm.
As far as just like I said that, it's kind of funny. I heard somebody else on another station talk about it about a week after that we discussed it here.
Is
I
that
wonder,
right?
I wonder if
Did someone steal your bit there?
Interesting.
Steal your thought?
But it
there,
was the
Bill?
same way. It's like
I'd never.
it's
do
like
that.
why do we treat
Ever.
them? Yeah, why
You would never do something like
Never
that.
treat them?
answer the call.
You should be able to leave. Someone should be able to leave in March, come to Nebraska and be like, yeah, you don't take classes this semester. It's okay. They do it all the time to
No.
graduate assistants who get hired. And they're like, you can't get into graduate school right now, so you sit this semester out. You still get your stipend, then you start next semester. That's so for someone not to be able to leave right now. Can you imagine that? Someone not being able to leave because of they can't get into the other school, which is nuts because there's so much on. You could start mid-semester and still get 12 hours of online classes. It's not that hard. So it should never be, we can't get them in anymore. It should never happen.
Dave Clawson, nothing against Dave Clawson, but would they really go Dave Clawson?
The Wake Forest head coach, yeah.
That would be one. Imagine all of a sudden, announcement. Dave Clawson will now be the next head coach. Imagine that.
That's fine, I
I like the mic tap, Bill.
Yes, I like that. Yes.
Is this thing on?
Is this thing on? Hello?
Kleiman, interesting. Really
Yeah.
interesting.
Think about those shoes. I mean, Kleiman, I like Kleiman. I like Lance. I like Clausen, I like too. But Jim Harbaugh is a big personality, a great coach to replace. That's a very, even for Sharon Moore, very difficult to replace Jim Harbaugh. And the happiest fan base today is Ohio State.
Oh, God.
Jim Harbaugh's gone. See you, Jim.
Oh,
Thanks for your couple years there.
I was looking at their portal haul yesterday.
Yeah.
It's
Incredible.
Caleb Downs was the number one player in the portal.
Arguably the best running back in the country.
Quinshawn Judkins.
Yep.
Yes.
So they got
Miss.
Quinshawn Judkins and Travion Henderson.
Yeah, he's back. Trevion's back.
They got Quinshawn Judkins and Travion Henderson.
And they also have is he the first or second highest rated quarterback?
Which one? Julian Sayin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Julian Sayin was ranked 1 or 2. Yeah. In addition to Will Howard, in addition to Devin Brown, in addition to Lincoln Kleinhold.
Everybody.
Imagine their room. So imagine the room at Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, well, okay, we think it might be the transfer starter. How did he do? Well, he won the Big 12.
Yep.
He won the Big 12. Will Howard won the Big 12.
He's there.
That's pretty good. And then one of the top quarterbacks in the country is coming in.
Julian Sayin. I'm just saying.
Top quarterback from South Dakota, which everyone loved.
Lincoln
Keyholes.
Yeah, played
Keyholes.
Keyholes.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like 2 or 3 5, couple 5 stars, couple 4 stars.
And Devin Brown's a 4-star player. And then Seth McLaughlin came over as the center from Alabama. They went
and I love
free
that
agency.
one too, where everybody's just like, yeah, he's got to go. A couple bad snaps. The guy's a really good player.
Started for Alabama.
Just watch him. Just watch next year when you play against him.
I'll evaluate.
He's really good. I know you will, and I appreciate it.
I'll turn on the film and check his footwork.
I just don't know over here if Ohio State has the DBs that can shadow, though.
Stop. They also hired Bill O'Brien as the offensive coordinator.
So they got Bill O'Brien.
Yeah,
It's like, well, he wasn't very well. His last time as quarterback, he's in college. They won the Heisman.
No, Ryan Day hired Bill O'Brien. What Ryan Day has done. Let's put it this way: what Ryan Day has done is made Ohio State the favorite to win the Big Ten. If it's not Ohio State, it's Oregon, right? I mean, come on, get who else would it be?
Michigan's not the favorite. They lost a lot, and
so probably Ohio State
and
maybe
Oregon's loaded. You're right.
Yeah. But Ohio State went free agency.
The odds of Ohio State being in the national championship game
high.
I would push in hard on that one. Yeah, that
high.
And their defense, all their dudes came back.
Right.
They all came back.
Coached a bunch of guys back. Yeah. They're loaded. National championship or bust in Columbus. That's what we're talking about.
They are loaded.
Yeah.
Do they play this year? Does Ohio
Nebraska
State play
there.
Oregon?
Oh, I don't know that.
We'll check that. We'll confirm after the break.
Yes.
We'll confirm after the break.
Do we have anything else after the break, Jake, we're going to talk about?
Oh, what are we talking about?
We got a surprise when we come back.
Oh, I love surprises.
We have a surprise when we come back.
Thanks, Jake.
Yes, we have a surprise.
Okay.
Next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Why are New Year's resolutions always about getting to the gym more or dieting? We fail ourselves before the first month of the year is already over. Why not resolve to eat better, tastier foods in 2024? Look no further than Fuhrer's cheese spread. Stop eating your apples, vegetables, crackers, and chips plain. Give them some flavor. Fuhrer's cheese spread awakens your taste buds. Now that's how you start a new year. Find your container of Fuhrer's cheese spread today at your local grocery store.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low-rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Healing the heart takes heart. Our dedicated team of cardiac experts is here for you with breakthrough treatments for serious conditions and expert advice for living longer with a healthier heart. We bring healing care to our community with over 90 cardiology specialists and subspecialists and more than 50 locations across Nebraska, southwest Iowa, and northern Kansas. Find out how we heal hearts with heart, starting with yours at chihealth.com/heart.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador online at prg-ne.com.
Make plans to stop by the Rock Creek Renegades Gun Show this Friday through Sunday at the Sandhills Global Event Center. The show will feature guns, ammo, and supplies for shooting enthusiasts. Admission is $8 per person with concessions available. Hours are 5 to 8 p.m. on Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday, and 9 to 3 on Sunday. Located in the Currency Pavilion. It's the Rock Creek Renegades Gun Show from January 26th to the 28th at the Sandhills Global Event Center at 84th and Havelock.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Simple, you are an idiot.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Thanks to Josh's research, yes, Ohio State does play at Oregon October 12th. As Bill said during the break, that's an automatic game day. No questions asked. Just send the crew to Eugene right now. Mark it down. No
It's a
questions
monster
asked.
game. It's a monster game for Ohio State.
Oregon, October 12th.
Yeah, monster game. Man, good God. Well, new playoff. I mean, you can lose that game.
Dylan Gabriel be the quarterback for Oregon.
Yes.
And you think it's going to be Will Howard for right now. That's what I'd still think right now. But you never know. I mean, Devin Brown's not thinking that.
No.
He's not thinking that.
He's got to get his ankle healthy.
Yeah. But I imagine, and then most likely, I would say that, like I said, I can't use the word transfer, but recommitment from Alabama is probably thinking, all right, I'll take a year to develop or whatever. I'll be like the Arch Manning.
Yeah.
Of what's going on?
Julian saying.
Yeah. I think I have a big Arch Manning fan.
Are you?
Yes, just because the fact that I know him personally, I was able to hang around with him at camp for his parents and his dad and stuff for a full day at LSU, and he must be like a sophomore, or wherever it was, and he was just so much a pro. Just a good dude. You know, I mean, sitting there I'm on the golf cart with his grandpa, Archie Manning. Just
Archie, listen, name drop.
No big deal.
Yeah, just
big whoop.
Archie Manning.
Archie Manning, just sitting there talking to him. He's there watching. I mean, just sitting there talking. We're talking about the same. Oh, it's just incredible. But you know what? He goes to Texas, 5-star, sits. Guess what? He's going to sit again.
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
Not very much anymore.
I mean, does that ever happen? And he also has a name recognition that is off the charts. Off the charts. So I think it's just so for that matter, I'm a big fan of his for that.
Good kid.
You pointed this out during the break for a sip. I looked it up, but you mentioned Luka Doncic last night.
Yeah.
The NBA star for the Mavericks got a fan kicked out in Phoenix because he told him to get on the treadmill. Basically, a fan got ejected at a Suns game because he was chanting at Luka to get on the treadmill.
Get on a treadmill. It's not such a bad thing to say.
That's innocent? Come on, that's chirping. What's wrong? You can't get ejected for that.
It's not a.
Yeah, that shouldn't.
Come on now.
Could you imagine everyone in the MLB, everyone in the NBA from all the years? Imagine talks. This is what they yelled at me. That's what
you ejected for that.
Yeah, that's what got you. You should have heard what I heard. People yelled at me when I was playing for the Sixers in 1980, and I went to the Garden. Yeah, imagine that one. Imagine coming in and that.
Oh, good God! Yeah.
Imagine coming in imagine telling Pat Riley, someone has yelled at me to get on a treadmill, Coach. Imagine Pat Riley's face.
Now, to be fair to Luka, it's possible the guy was saying other stuff. Yeah. I saw it.
It's possible.
Yeah,
but it's possible. Is there anything going on today, Jake, that you want to talk about?
Yeah, what's going on?
Should we talk about it?
Yes.
Do we have
you guys? You might want YouTubers get locked in for this one.
All right. So, don't look over here.
Easy.
Hey, easy. All right.
Easy, Steve.
So,
why can't I look?
Because it's part of the process. If you're not watching, please get to Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Allo 961 statewide. You can get to it right now. When you were gone in Hawaii last week, there was an accolade that was given to you.
What was that, Steve? Do you remember?
I don't.
I think we do. What was it? What was he awarded?
Accolade. I'm not saying the award.
Yes.
What? Yeah.
You had an award.
Yes.
Right? You were acclaimed as the writer of the year.
Sports writer of the year. Sports writer of the year.
So
Steve Sipple.
In Nebraska.
We can call it statewide. Nationwide, but statewide.
What is going on?
So me and Bill were talking. We said, well, we got to make sure that we honor this achievement in case you don't get some sort of plaque from the organization.
Okay.
Yes.
We took matters into our own hands.
Jake Sorensen handled this personally.
Oh, this is amazing.
I'm going to show it to the breakers.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And look what's got on it. It's photo and what else goes onto it? What else is attached?
I got a pen.
It's got a pen.
Jake.
That's attached to it.
You guys are amazing.
So here we
Look
go.
at that.
Please show that to the camera.
Look at that.
Say what it says. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are amazing.
So
good job. That's very handsome.
Yes, it's our favorite picture. It's where you have the big collar.
I made sure.
And hair.
They asked me, do you want a picture? I said, yes, I want this picture specifically right here.
It's got a gold pin that goes with it.
This is amazing. This is actually amazing.
Look, you can see in the back.
You guys are crazy.
You can mount it on the wall.
Well, we came up with the idea we had to get you something. And then Jake came up with, they had several ideas. And Jake goes, no, I want one with the pin.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
Yeah.
This is one of the nicest gifts I've ever got.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jake.
State of Nebraska. State of Nebraska.
Yeah.
You can set it on your desk or you can hang it. It's the little thing in the back to hang on the wall,
too.
too.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. You'll have that forever.
It's honestly one of the nicest gifts I've ever got.
Well, we want to make sure
you're the sports writer of the year.
Can you please read the award completely? What it says on it?
It says 2023 NSMA Sports Media Nebraska Sports Writer of the Year. And I appreciate it. I appreciate that, and I appreciate this. I know I kind of push it off sometimes, but I do appreciate it. And I really appreciate this gift. Maybe I'll take it to Charlotte. I got to go to Charlotte for this deal. Maybe I'll take it. And
just take it with you. It's the game.
You should just take it
you
with
guys know
you
who I
everywhere
am
you
at the game.
go.
Just sitting next to a stranger.
See
Hey,
this?
look at this. See, this is me.
Of the year.
That's me.
That's me. Look at my picture
That's
of my
me.
collar.
Yeah, that was me 15 years ago.
Yeah.
15 years ago, that was me. I think it was 15 years ago. Maybe not 15.
I mean, this is incredible.
Thank you, Jake.
The legend.
No, you are welcome.
The legend.
Can I just put it right here?
We could not let this award just go
Yeah.
without anything happening. So
Yes.
we had to make sure we had our own version of the award.
Super. That's where'd you get it? Can you say?
Yeah, I got it at Rick Stein Recognition.
Rick
I
Stein
got
Recognition,
I
right down
got
the
it.
street.
I got it rush ordered so you could get it before you left for Memphis today.
Oh my God! Thank you.
Yes.
God.
So I made sure
I
that
have
we
a place
got
for
it.
that. I have a spot for that.
Yeah, you can mount it on the back. See, there's a mount on the back of
Yeah,
that.
so you can put it on the wall.
Yes, you can put it on the wall. So congrats again. Look at that. It does look good.
Yeah, they did it outstanding.
Congratulations.
Congrats again.
All right, guys.
We are very
Yeah.
proud of you.
I don't know what to say. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
We're proud of you
God bless
for
you.
what you did,
God bless you.
what you've done. So,
God bless you.
so
All
there
right,
we go.
All right.
Before we get to break,
Coffee talk.
Yeah, coffee
Yeah.
talk. I should at least plug this real quick. I did go last night to the inaugural match of the Omaha Supernovas.
It looked incredible. Looks like a lot of energy.
CHI Health Center against the Atlanta Vibe. The Novas lost in the fifth set. They lost in 5 sets. Lost the first 2 sets, won the next 2, and then they lost 15-13 in the fifth. I was not there for the last 2 sets. I came back to
You have a show.
Yeah,
had to get up early.
Yeah.
Crowd.
11,650. I want to say was the announced crowd.
Great
It was
crowd.
good.
That's incredible.
It looked
That's
good.
not. That's ridiculous, is what it is. Thank you, Nebraska.
It was a good crowd.
Yes.
It was a good crowd. I thought
volleyball
they were pretty energetic. There was moments there was really loud in there. I thought, and I'd say this: the question you're going to have about professional new league, what's the production like? It looked good.
Yeah.
They had a really
big.
expensive. It looked like expensive replay system. It's like tennis where it shows the ball. Does it hit the line or
Yeah.
not?
Mm.
That was awesome. And
Well, I like that. Out long.
yes, exactly. It was
Football.
All apply.
All
So
apply.
I thought that was pretty. We don't see that in college volleyball very unless it's the finals. You don't see that here in Nebraska.
No, that's cool.
Very impressive system there. I thought the production in general was good with the sound, with all the video was good. It was very impressive last night.
DP doing play-by-play.
DP with Renee Saunders, who was
Yes.
great. She's the Omaha Scott head coach. She was awesome on the broadcast too.
Okay.
So you can check out again.
Wow.
They'll have all 24 matches this year, all the way through end of May. So
The ticket.
check it out.
Yeah, talking volleyball.
Yeah.
And check it. If you are curious about going, I would recommend. Yeah, make a visit to CHI Health Center for yourself. See your thoughts on the product. I thought it was very, very cool.
Very
So,
easy to access the website. Just type in Supernovas and it'll get you there.
Yep.
I looked at it yesterday.
What a great name. Supernovas.
It's pretty.
Supernovas.com.
I mean, I like that a lot.
So there you go. There's your
Jake, good
update on-
report.
Yeah, it was again almost 12. They wanted 12,000. They got just shy of it. So they got pretty much what they were asking for, which is great.
It's like this is a volleyball state.
And in terms of media, there everyone was there. I saw Tom Chattel.
Hey, who'd you talk to?
I talked to Tom Chattel.
Talked to Tom?
I talked to Jim Rose up there. I talked to I saw Mitch Sherman up there.
A lot of folks.
Nice.
John Baylor was there also.
A lot of media.
Wow, that's like the who's who list.
Everybody was there.
Did anybody talk about Sipple? They ask you about Sipple.
No.
I get asked.
You need to start
Chattel
going.
may have.
This
I
true
can't
story.
remember.
I had to speak at an event with Adam Ickes on 2 days ago, and we got done with the event, and someone stopped me right with they're just like, "Is Sipple as amazing as he sounds?"
Oh, stop.
True story. True story.
Well, he has an award now.
Swear. Someone asked me, "Is
What an
Sipple as amazing as he sounds on there?" I go, "He is." I go, "He's absolutely." He goes, "God, I'd like to meet him." So anyway, I gave him your home address, so he might be stopping by.
Don't be creeped out.
Also like that.
Don't
And
get
then
into
also Parker chimed in text. He said that we are basically on Hard Knocks every day here.
Parker
We're-
from First Rate
From
Ag.
First Rate Ag. Now, what kind of rate? First rate ag. Think about
in
that.
Holdridge. So
Parker. Yeah. Right there. If you want to get some fertilizer, you'll have it to your house in 20 minutes.
that's it. Maybe 10. Maybe 10. When we
Yeah.
come back, Rick Heyman's song of the
Oh,
day.
whoa. This is exciting.
Here we go.
Come on,
Break
Heyman.
on
Come
the
on,
ticket.
Heyman.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at MidwestBank.com. Member FDIC.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through January 28th, enjoy Lincoln's favorite USDA Choice Bacon Wrapped Sirloin Fillets for just $3.99 per 8-ounce cut. All natural whole Boston butt for $1.49 per pound, and lumberjack pellets for $7.99 per 20-pound bag. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G2076684.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Bagels & Joe is celebrating 31 years of business this year. With 4 Lincoln locations and 1 in Seward, there's more options for your favorite breakfast spot in town. And don't forget the Joe card for unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per person per month. Bagels & Joe, celebrating 31 years of serving Lincoln and the surrounding areas.
Joining a gym fashionably late this year? You're right on time. At Planet Fitness, we got you. Because now through January 31st, you can still join for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. And to make it even better, we have free fitness training, equipment for every workout, plus a free in-app crowd meter, and most clubs open 24 hours. Feel good about being fashionably late. It's the last chance to join Planet Fitness for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends January 31st. See Home Club for details.
Make plans to stop by the Rock Creek Renegades Gun Show this Friday through Sunday at the Sandhills Global Event Center. The show will feature guns, ammo, and supplies for shooting enthusiasts. Admission is $8 per person with concessions available. Hours are 5 to 8 p.m. on Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday, and 9 to 3 on Sunday. Located in the Currency Pavilion. It's the Rock Creek Renegades Gun Show from January 26th to the 28th at the Sandhills Global Event Center at 84th and Havelock.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Move over, Jake.
I'm moving. Jeez.
Thursdays are reserved for a man with a wider range of music knowledge than Jake could ever dream of.
This is the golden era. You would hear this on any radio station. You know, it wasn't like it is now. You know, you got country, you got R&B, you got pop, you got rap, you got rock. They didn't have that then. You heard everything.
A man who knows a good song when he hears it, just as much as a good diamond when he sees it.
You get a diamond!
Yes, I do get a diamond. I get a diamond, and that makes me happy.
It's time for Rick Heyman's Song of the Day, sponsored by Sartor Heyman Jewelers on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket.
Once again, your song of the day, Rocky Mountain High.
It is kind of one of those.
Yes, by John Denver. 464-568-51 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on Rick Heyman's Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
I would have guessed that based on Jake's hyperbole for the
Yes,
song.
how he talked about.
I said,
yes.
don't want to give
Everybody's
it a
gonna
bad.
like it.
Yeah.
I said, don't want to give that a bad score.
No.
Maybe you will, Sip. The text line hasn't so far.
No, I wouldn't give it a bad score. I don't know why I was expecting something else.
It did throw me that but I
Do you,
loved it.
do you
but-
understand what I was saying now?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most
It
part.
makes, who dislikes that
I
song?
thought it'd be a banger is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like more of a
We already
hard
had- we
drive.
already
More
had-
Motley Crue.
We already had
Yeah.
the crew on Tuesday.
Yes.
We can't have that again.
Well, I just was going based on your like hyperbole.
Who would dislike that song?
Well,
Has somebody
you're
ever
putting
said
a lot
that
of pressure
song
on
sucks?
people right now. No, I like it. I like it. I've always
Found the key to every door.
it's nice, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a nice song. I mean, yeah, you can't give it a low score because it's so well
Very
put
much
together.
a sing-along song. Everyone knows the words.
Mm.
You're just not missing out on that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's well put together too. It's gorgeous. What else? Give me some other John Denver songs, Jake. That's a tough one.
Well, you got Thank God I'm a Country Boy, right?
That's
Yeah,
a great one.
It's a great one.
That's a great one. God dang,
Yeah,
that is a
that's
great one. That you could have went with that one.
Then they have the one song. What's the song they sing after in the bars?
West
there?
Virginia,
West Virginia.
Country Roads.
Country Roads.
Take Me Home. Yeah.
That's as good a sing along as you get. If you've ever seen the videos of like college kids in the bars in West
Yep.
Virginia, like after a home football game,
Ooh.
and that song comes on, buckle up.
Those are three good
Yes.
ones.
Those are the key ones, I think,
Yes.
for John Denver.
I give that a 7.7774. 7.777.
Well, that's pretty good wheelhouse there. I'd never return it off, and I would always sing along. I don't know if I'd count it as walk up music. I really wouldn't put it into that.
Nope.
But I'd go with a 7.88846.
Good scores.
I'll go with an
Yes.
8.4.
Okay,
8.4
Okay,
is just
Jake?
pleasant. It's
Yes.
very pleasant.
Very
that
pleasant
song.
like that. And
Put
I
you right
sang,
to sleep.
I sang along.
You did, and
Yes.
it was yeah, it
I-
was
I-
mildly
I
disturbing.
enjoyed the sing along.
Colorado.
All right, we got to get Josh's score. before
Josh
it's
is
a
gonna,
Rick.
I'm gonna say Josh is higher than what you think. 8-1.
Sip.
Yeah, higher.
He goes 7.4.
Okay, 7.5.
8.7.
Yeah,
peaceful, he
peaceful.
says.
Peaceful.
And also,
Peaceful.
Josh had it down right, just kind of with a hand wave.
Yep, he did.
He was doing that. That's that kind of song you'd be doing.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Is Rick coming in?
We
Is
are
Rick on the
joined
line?
on the phone by Rick
Gotta
Heyman,
break in here.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers. Rick, good morning. Nice song today, Rick.
Hey, I missed Josh's again, as usual.
8.7 from Josh. He says
Nice.
peaceful.
Josh knows, man.
Yeah.
He knows.
He gets
Great
it.
bass.
Great bass, yeah. Hey, you can't not like that song. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are.
We agree with
Great
you.
song.
We all gave it
We
good
agree with
ratings.
you.
That's why I teased before the show. It's at the start. It's hard to dislike that song. It's almost impossible.
And all those other songs you mentioned, those weren't in 1973. So I could have played something else, but we're in 73 right now.
We like that. We like
That's
73.
true. We do like that.
Yeah. So, Coach, sorry about your dream.
I'm not. Imagine having a dream that you dreamt that you were dreaming.
Inception.
Sounds like too many gummies to me or something.
Too many gummies. Wow.
Wow.
Assumptions over here, Rick.
Proving just saying that I'm doing
your two
illegal
favorite
drugs.
Types of music
Listen.
here, country and western.
Both kinds. What movie's that from, Rick?
What's that?
What movie's that line from? I like both kinds of music, country and
Country
western.
and western. I don't remember, but it's a great
the
line.
Blues Brothers. Kind of music.
Blues Brothers,
Kind of
that's
music you
right.
boys play. Both kinds, country and western.
And congrats, Sip and Trixie, Writer of the Year and a trip to Hawaii. Man, what a week!
Wow. Yes.
It's like
Incredible.
Sean Newer stuff. You're going to be the writer of the year. Oh, you're getting a trip to Hawaii. Sure,
Well, he
why
didn't
not?
know. He didn't know. But thanks. Hey, Rick,
incredible.
thanks. Appreciate
Congratulations,
it.
congratulations. Well deserved, I might add.
Well, thank you, Rick. All right, what do you got
Okay.
for us?
John Denver, Rocky Mountain High was primarily inspired by John Denver's move to Aspen, Colorado 3 years before he wrote it and his love for the state. The song briefly became controversial that year, which was 1973. Now listen, this tells you how different times are. When the U.S. Federal Communications Commission, the FTC, determined by a legal ruling, pardon me, to censor music deemed to promote drug abuse, numerous radio stations cautiously banned this song until Denver publicly explained that the high was his innocent description. Now, it wouldn't be this way now. His innocent description of the sense of peace he found in the Rocky Mountains. So, yeah, I mean, how does this song become controversial? Well, you look, different days, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, John Denver, interesting dude. Golly, interesting dude. I've got some great Stump the Sippers here. 1969, he was in a band. He abandoned band life to pursue a solo career and released his first record for RCA. It was called Rhymes and Reasons. 2 years earlier, he had made a self-produced demo of some songs he played at his shows. It included a song that he had written called Babe, I Hate to Go, which was later renamed Leaving on a Jet Plane.
Oh, wow. What a great song.
Yeah, he made several copies, gave them out as presents for Christmas. A guy that was a producer handed it off to Peter, Paul, and Mary, and they renamed the song Leaving on a Jet Plane, gave it to Peter, Paul, and Mary, and it hit #1 on the Billboard Top 100.
Peter, Paul, and Mary.
And the rest of it is history, as they say. The guy was unbelievably prolific in writing and performing. He died way too early.
How old was it when
he was 53?
Oh,
he
man.
died in an airplane crash. He was and reading all this stuff just now, it's just become very interesting looking back. He loved flying. He had a Learjet. He had a couple other planes, but he was flying this little experimental craft in California, and he wasn't rated to fly because he'd had so many DUIs. And it was a kit plane that they put together, and it had a rear propeller. And he was doing touch and goes in Monterey, and he took off and crashed into Monterey Bay, and that killed him. So really sad story, but amazing career. Incredible. Lived in Aspen, was an avid skier, avid golfer, but loved to fly more than anything. I know a friend of mine that just passed, was very good friends with him in Colorado, and just a super cool dude. So with that in mind, let's do some Stump the Sipper.
Nice.
These will be good. Okay, sip first. Was John Denver's real name Franklin Sweeney, Henry Duschendorfer Jr., or Robert Zimmerman?
Robert Zimmerman. I will take the diamond on this one.
You get a CZ. That was Bob Dylan.
Oh, okay.
His real name was Henry Duschendorfer Jr.
I'll be done.
That was an easy one.
Was it?
Yeah, I would have nailed that one. Yeah.
Was it? Where's he from? Where's he from exactly?
He was from New Mexico.
New Mexico.
And then lived in Ohio.
Land of enchantment.
He had 4 #1 singles. He wrote and recorded approximately 300 songs. How many albums and singles of his went gold or platinum? More or less than 27?
More. I'll take the diamond.
You get a diamond, 33.
Absolutely. That was a layup, Rick.
Look at Bill. He's getting diamonds over there. All right, back to Sim.
He is. And is this or is it not the official state song of Colorado? Back to Sip.
Wow. Colorado Rocky. It must be, yes.
You get a diamond. It is.
Brilliant.
And
how about that? The state song by
That's
John
amazing.
Denver.
state song. Back to everyone now. Our favorite question, is he or is he not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. We'll take a bunch of diamonds,
Yeah.
a bag of diamonds.
Yeah.
You get a bag of CZs. He is not.
That just shows you how crazy.
Screw the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm with Jake on that. I'm down on the Hall of Fame. I'm down on it.
Yeah, 33. What did I say? 33 gold or platinum records, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. You figure that out.
That's the thing about that.
That's disgusting. Shameful.
Who does though? Who are these guys?
Come on,
doing that?
Hall of Fame. Figure your crap out.
This wouldn't happen if Schindler was voting.
Nope, he'd put him in.
Actually, Schindler would have him out. Schindler despises John Denver.
Oh, come on,
He
Shin
does.
Daddy.
He doesn't like him. Shin Daddy does not like John Denver.
He can change his mind.
True
you know?
story. Interesting. It's
Wonder
very
what he
interesting.
did to him.
I don't know what happened there.
What John Denver do?
That's what we're always at odds over this.
Oh.
Rick
Rick?
gets into some screaming matches at Christmas.
Tana has to separate.
John Denver's great. No, he's not. It's the same thing. Easy.
Let Rick interject here. Let Rick interject.
Rick, what's
Can
going
Rick
on?
jump in?
Yes, what's going on right now at Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Rick?
Hey, Sartor Heyman Jewelers. It's cold, it's dreary, but it's bright and sparkly. And Sartor Heyman, check out our Heartland Diamonds patented cut. You cannot believe it. If you don't agree it's the most beautiful diamond you've ever seen, we'll give you a free pair of dollar store readers to make sure you can see. Don't forget about the outlet, 12th and O. We have some fabulous deals over there. In fact, we're posting a video of Rick's picks today on our Facebook. You want to get over there. I'm featuring 3 special items that are bargain basement pricing, but beautiful. Check it out. Check out our website at sartorheyman.com. Don't mess around with anything else. Come to the best of in Nebraska for decades and decades. Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I will post more interesting things about the great John Denver on my personal Facebook at Rick Heyman, and check out Sartor Heyman on Facebook and Instagram.
Rick, always good stuff. Thanks
Thank
for the time.
you, Rick.
We will chat with you again next week.
John Denver.
Bye-bye.
That's Rick Heyman's song of the day. Again, was Rocky Mountain High by John Denver, which Shin Daddy not a fan of, apparently. Maybe we'll see why.
Christmases get rough sometimes.
Because of John Denver. Top of the hour next with Shane.
My parents would always say right on Christmas, like, don't do it again this year. I don't need that. Don't bring that mess into my house.
John Denver.
Don't bring up John Denver.
Top of the hour next.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Old School with DP and J.
DPGM. What are you going to do to Caleb Williams? What are you going to do? You going to draft him?
No.
You're not going to draft him?
No, I don't. Here's my thing. I don't want anybody going. I'm not going to bring poison into my program because that's what it would be. He's letting you know he's poison. He's venom. Why would I put poison in my own soup?
Maybe you think you're a mongoose. You can't.
I have zero.
You're a mongoose. You can take the cobra venom.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Thursday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank, member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming to 70th and Pioneers by late February. And Bill, what do we have today with Steve Schindler in Creighton?
It's Education Day.
Oh, my.
Today is Education Day for Steve. He's got something going on there. Sip's locked into the phone.
Just hold on.
Can't try to get him.
No, this will only take 1 second.
He's not into FDIC anymore. They protect our money like that.
Just 1 second.
Is it because Steve?
I'm in.
Anyway, there's quite a controversy because there's been many arguments, Shafe, at Christmas over John Denver with Schindler. Schindler's not a John Denver fan.
Okay.
I am. So we get in some heated arguments. So my mom used to always just separate us almost.
But John Denver of the one
I love it.
world.
This is a pretty hot button topic.
It is a very hot button. So today it's education. So today from around this is statewide now, and also South Dakota, is that Steve is there should be probably 500 to 600 3 to 5 year olds coming in. 3 to 5 year olds will be in the lobby like that because he is teaching a hooked on phonics class. He's doing
wow.
He's doing a lot of patience. He's
3 to 500.
Yes, and he's doing it. He's doing it in groups of 150. But he's teaching hooked on phonics and how to read. Because as Steve always said, today a reader, tomorrow a leader.
I like that.
Say that again.
Yes. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader.
This makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot. So what he's doing, I think, he's just because see the school system's been on him about the loop, and then missing class. He goes, you know what? I'm going to help out. I'm going to get our guys reading at a much higher level at an earlier time. So he's teaching hooked on phonics.
This is a service.
Yes, a service, and he's certified though. He took an online phonics class.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he took it. And then also Adams State. He had a class online through Adams State.
He did.
Yes, to be able to get the phonics.
Adams State University.
Adams State University. He took a phonics class. So and Steve's also said he goes, I'm hooked on it too.
Yeah, he's hooked on it.
He's hooked on phonics.
Hooked on phonics. How would you describe hooked on phonics, Schaefer? What is it?
I mean, I don't know how I would describe it. I don't recall going through the program. So.
You missed out on Steve Schindler's class.
What if we all just sit there? And I'm not exactly sure. It's some sort of methodology to teaching how to read.
Yeah.
So if anybody has been through the hooked on phonics, I'd like to know. But anyway, Steve took, took 2 classes.
He knows what's going on.
One through the phonics, a person has a phonics PhD that he dealt with, and then also he went through Adams State online on the phonics 101. Spare time what he was doing. Well, he had Jeopardy going on yesterday.
He doesn't have much spare time, but he makes good use of his time.
It's incredible. There's only 24 hours of the day, and someone like Steve maximizes his, and I'm over here screwing around for at least 2/3 of mine.
Now here come you walk in a bank and a bunch of 3 and 5 year olds are running around.
Might be kind of loud there.
A little loud. They're all learning how to read.
Learning
how to read. Hooked on phonics. So
South Dakota's coming though too.
But that's
statewide.
South Dakota. South Dakota's coming down. Yeah.
Okay.
Big bunch of buses coming over. Yankton's got a big group. Sioux Falls got a big. Yeah, they do a lot. Yeah.
Loop.
And the skating rink is still up.
Skating rink is still
so
up.
It's alive. That place is
It's
alive.
gonna be tough to keep the 3 and 5 years. Keep them away from the skating.
It's gonna be a lot. Trying to maintain their focus.
No,
that's a lot right
good luck
there.
With that.
There's a lot of maintaining.
I'm sure he'll do well though, because that's Steve Schindler. That's the way he does it.
Anybody else can do it. Yeah.
He has to maintain his employees' focus somehow.
Yes.
I mean, that's got to be some coaching.
Remember too, Schaefer, we always talk about here. He's still doing his banking. So if you want to get that $500,000,
I do
that loan. Obviously it's interest free. So that's nice and no collateral.
What do you do when you walk in to get his attention? You just lock eyes with him, say, "Steve, I
think he just knows. That look.
Well, he knows that you're probably not a 3 to 5 year old.
Today's the easiest day. Are you here for Jeopardy or Family Feud? No. I mean, so right away. He kind of knows.
Steve, I got an emergency over here. Steve, he would know. Probably.
He would know.
Just
He'd right away be like
hand it off to Tamara for a second.
Anyway, Today a reader, tomorrow a leader.
Thank you to Steve Schindler, Midwest Bank. Always helping out the kids and the adults. Kids today.
Today a reader, tomorrow a leader.
Member FDIC. The inventor of the FDIC, Steve Schindler.
All right,
we are joined in studios. We are every Thursday.
This is awesome.
By Mike Schaefer, 24/7 Sports. Schaefer, good to see you. I saw Schaefer on Tuesday after the Nebraska basketball game. The Huskers, of course, beat Ohio State 83-69. Nebraska's 5-4 in conference play. They're 15-5 overall. We're feeling good, Shafe, right? We're feeling good.
We are feeling good. Did you fill in the details of how you had told me earlier in the day? You're like, I'm not going out. You won't see me.
Yeah.
Nebraska could win by 1,000. I won't be there.
This is what happened.
And he was
Jake's
there.
I'm not proud of this.
Jake was there.
I'm not proud of this. I told everybody here, I think, that I was going to try to go, 10, 11 days without booze.
So some people do dry January. Jake was going to do dry January 20th through 31st.
Yeah. And so I made, Monday, no alcohol at all. I went to End Zone before the game. Was offered probably 6 beers. Didn't take any of them.
Okay.
Had none at the game, and then Nebraska wins. I'm in a good mood. All right. So I guess to go see some friends, and then I get there, and there's a beer put in front of me. I said, I can't turn that down.
Yeah.
And so dry quarter January lasted 2 days, 36 hours.
Did you feel refreshed? Like after those 36 hours.
36 hours.
I did. And I did not have a beer yesterday, by the way. No beer yesterday.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So,
he's so disciplined. He's so disciplined.
People think of me as disciplined. That's what they think about me.
Pretty disciplined.
You are.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of this.
You're not proud of this.
You're fine.
He told me to go on the scale. He was like, well, must have been a little crazy with the beers.
Well,
this last
that's exactly. I said, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, man, easy killer. Anyways, we were celebrating a win, and Nebraska plays at Maryland, who, by the way, beat Iowa last night. And Bill,
I watched the end of it. I was telling him, Shafe, that I felt that Maryland's a very physically good-looking team.
They are.
And if I read it right, they've lost 5 games by 3 points or less.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I think their last 2 losses going into that Iowa game were within 5 points.
Yeah.
And then turn around and basically a 50-50 game against Iowa there at the end. They're able to make that layup. I remember they returned some of those guys from last year's team, and Nebraska beat them here at home in February, and they have some bigs. Like, you're going to have to...
They're good-looking bodies.
Yeah.
Reese.
Nebraska's going to have to be able to figure some of that out on the offensive glass, or it could be a long day on Saturday.
Yeah,
Or I should say defensive
we don't
glass.
know if Jawan Gary will be playing for Nebraska. But again, I pointed out the last 2 games without him, they were plus 14 in rebounds against Northwestern and plus 7 against Ohio State, which is also a pretty physical team.
Yeah.
Let's
see where Schaefer feels. I did billetology the other day, and I got us as a 9 seed right now.
Okay.
9
It's
seed.
popular.
I think
9
that's
seed.
good. Did you? So now I'm curious. Do you pick one of the sites? Do you put Nebraska in a matchup at this point? That's the next step. That's where I'm excited.
Well, what I've been waiting for, and I've asked Jake numerous times, is I want the big screen where you can slide.
Yes.
And I want to be able to get up in front of people.
I
Slide
like
some
it.
things over and do that.
I would look for. We need that. We need that so
Yes.
badly here. It'd be
Surprised they
incredible.
don't have
the
that
West.
technology already.
In the West region.
All right, Bill, to the West. What we got? Show us the bracket.
It seems like something that Steve and Midwest Bank probably have access to that technology. That you
I will say this. Yes, that's true at that, and I will say this: that Steve runs the pool for the entire town.
It does.
It goes through
it's
Midwest.
shocking.
Now that
yes,
makes sense.
and he does it all by hand, all with handwritten,
Just a huge leaderboard in the town square.
and just highlighters.
I love
and
it.
also, he follows everyone to the bitter end. So if you have 4 teams in the Final Four and they all lose on the first Thursday, he still tracks your things all the way through as far as he can.
Hey, nice.
Yeah. Incredible.
He does. He has. It's very,
Just
very
incredible.
incredible.
I don't even do that for
That's how you do it,
myself.
Brett.
So if you want to get in a pool, get a hold of Steve Schindler.
Can't wait for that. I mean, sometime in March.
Yeah.
But-
No, I think a 9 seed sounds pretty accurate. I mean, they have a chance to stack some wins at the end of the schedule if they could get a couple in these next 3 games where it's Maryland, Wisconsin, Illinois. Like if they somehow go 2-3, even if they go 1-3, it's not great. But if they go 2-3,
Mm-hmm.
and then you look at what's left, I mean,
it's not. I said the worst they could be is 10-10.
And
it does
the
feel
worst.
that way.
I think they're 11 and right now. Right now they're I've got them. Now they're 11-9 right now.
As a scarred Nebraska ball fan from the past, I was begging you to knock on wood when you said that, but you're not going to. It's fine in terms of because yes, the schedule is set up for Nebraska to go 10-10, 11-9, 12-8 possibly, but we're used to bad things happening here. Again, we point out they've never won a tournament game ever. They've made the dance.
The sins
in
of the
8 years,
past
10
aren't the
years.
same as this
I know,
team.
I know that.
The sins of
the past.
I mean, it's
like it was like we were on like Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, there you go.
Soap opera here.
You're right, though. I mean, it doesn't apply.
Except we're talking about basketball and Nebraska basketball specifically. I mean, they have their own flaws, and it's hard to trust them night in and night out when they couldn't put away Rutgers and Minnesota and everything else. But the fact that they've rebounded as well as they have from that loss to Rutgers, they just have a different mental toughness to this team than what we've seen, I think, from Nebraska basketball in the past. And I think that gives me more hope than some of the previous
We'll
programs.
see some road wins.
If
Yep,
you,
absolutely.
They
Road
just
wins.
won without Jawan, and then
Gary.
also Tominaga barely played
14 minutes against Ohio State.
So-
14.
That's pretty impressive. I said, like, we all know that Rink Mass did not play well against Rutgers.
Yep.
Did not play well.
Or
at all.
Northwestern, really. He had a bad 2-game
he
stretch
did.
there.
He did.
But wow, since that time, yeah,
But
wow.
Your next 4 games, if you're trying to be convinced this team
Okay.
is going to be something that's that's going to be there in March and have a chance to do something in March. Next 4 games they play at Maryland Saturday.
Okay.
Then they're home against ranked Wisconsin next
Okay.
week. Then
Tough.
they're at Illinois,
Tough.
who lost, by the way, at Northwestern last night. Illinois did. And then you go to Northwestern. So 3 of your next 4 are on the road. The 1 home game is against a ranked team. So
Those are tough games.
this is This is a big stretch.
2
Are
and
you
2
for
would
real?
be enormous to get out of that.
2 and 2 would be great.
Yeah.
Huge. Are you for real or not?
Yeah.
Then you got to, then you have an easier stretch. Michigan, Penn State at home in a couple games. So if you go 2 and 2 in this 4-game stretch, you should feel very, very confident this team is going to be not sweating it on Selection Sunday.
Two things I think should be brought up when speaking with my dad, Ron Busch, last night. One, he'd like to see. Obviously, he likes that Rink can hit the threes. He's a big watcher. He wants him down the low post more. So he's got a little bunny hooks, pretty nice. You like him in the low.
Does have nice touch.
Basketball.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Was he the head coach?
Absolutely.
Oh, so he likes. Okay.
Yeah, he likes him in the low post. He likes because you don't see back to the basket very much, and he has that skill set. The other one I think, and I've cleared it with Dad, I can talk about it. We need to talk about Schindler on this one. What's going on with the internet in Creighton? So it has to be fixed because I'm talking to my dad about 8:30 last night, and I'm talking about. He goes, "Oh, it's kind of crazy at Michigan." Huh? I go, "Oh, no kidding." He goes, "Yeah, I didn't think that, but I didn't think Harbaugh was going to stay, but it sounds like everything points to that." And I go, "What?" I go, "He took the Chargers job, Dad." He goes, "When?" I go, "About 4 hours ago." He goes, "I was just on the computer an hour, like 20 minutes ago." He just read the article 20 minutes ago. He's staying at Michigan.
And this brings us back to our Pat Fitzgerald problem in the summer.
Exactly.
Which was over.
What?
He's like,
can't find it anywhere.
Really?
So the internet in Creighton needs to be addressed because whatever's going on in my parents' house, they're not getting the updated version.
Look, it's not a full Sipple though. It's not Russell Wilson being benched for an entire day and then learning about it at 6:50 the next morning.
Next morning.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron, I understand all that. That's an old thing that we're going to have to deal with pretty soon.
I think it was the internet. He works pretty hard at it. But
Does he?
When you just heard my voice.
This is like on Tuesday.
About 4 hours ago.
Same thing. My mom on Tuesday sent me a text that said, "Enjoy the Polynesian Bowl, and I hope you get your flight." I'm like, "Mom, I'm back."
I'm back.
So I'm watching you on video right now, and it's that was Friday.
That's right.
I made it back safely. I'm back in Nebraska. Everything's good.
Yeah, it's
a
going to be
great
hard.
trip.
We're in for a rough road.
Oh, man.
The old.
When does this start, you think, for you guys?
It
hasn't started yet.
You don't think so?
That catches me about daily on stuff
I'd say we're a couple years away.
Yeah, gets me about daily.
So there you go. Nebraska plays against Maryland on Saturday. It was a big recruiting weekend for the football team, correct, Schaefer? 30 guys.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk Husker football.
30 guys.
30?
Yeah. Okay.
Thereabout.
So what was the news of the week? What names that were here that people might be curious about, and any sort of what was the aftermath of the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, they had a lot of different recruits in for 25 and 26 classes. I mean, they had a 5-star in Jackson Cantwell who has a couple parents that are Nebraska fans. If you wanted to let yourself dream a little bit about a guy who's right now ranked, I think, 5th in the country for 2026, 6'7", offensive tackle from Nixa, Missouri, which I could not tell you where Nixa, Missouri is. It's down south.
I think it's in the Ozarks.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're closer than you realize. You're closer than you realize.
Confidently, at least.
I did say it confidently. Yeah.
He was one of the guys that I was actually kind of fascinated. I didn't know that he had this Nebraska connection. I was a little surprised he was coming back. I think the other game that he had come in earlier in the season, but this is someone that has, you name the team, he has an offer from him already. Like he is an elite offensive recruit, and that's obviously 2026. But he was one of the biggest names in. And then, of course, you have your Christian Jones, you have Cortez Mills, you have a bunch of these, I call them top 247 guys. We have them ranked in our the highest category for us as 4 stars and 5 stars at 24/7 Sports. And it seemed like everyone's visit went really well. They did something unique, or at least unique to what I've covered, where they had guys get in what they call interactive meetings. And they had them line up as if they were on the field, in groups of 11 at the position that they are being recruited at. And then they would walk them through, some calls or situations of what they would be doing if they were actually playing at Nebraska.
Wow.
And for a number of those guys who have never been in anything like that, it was really unique. I had one kid who's like, why are they, it just feels like they're entrusting a lot of us with information that they shouldn't give away, which I'm doubting that it's like anything more than very basic.
It's zero. What happened? What happened in the end of the Iowa game? Well, we had a recruit here.
Yeah, no.
He got a hold of Parker, let him know what was going down, and they no, not going to happen.
It was really funny though, because it's
probably safe.
This kid was just like, I don't know, he was a little like, he felt like he had the nuclear code.
Yeah,
I could hear his angst as he was talking about.
I've got this information. What do I do with this? do I just be the best part. Like I would actually walk them through a fake punt and say we're going to run it in the first game. And
Amazing.
We're going to run this against Colorado. We're going to run this against Colorado. When probably in the second quarter.
Yep.
When you're going to run, they're going to walk you through it. Imagine people watching. They're going like the kids like going. Here's the fake. They're going to run. When they tell you.
Here it comes.
We went to a junior day, and they told us in the junior day we walked through it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
the future.
The recruits seem to really kind of enjoy that aspect of it, and then you have your normal kind of junior day stuff where certain guys obviously get more time with Matt Rule or with their position coaches, and it kind of devolves into that.
Schaefer.
So go ahead. I got some at the end.
Okay. You go ahead.
Well, on these junior days, what's really odd, and it's really hard, and you try to do the best. So you have these. They're called elite, invite only, whatever you call them, right? And then you'll just get bum rushed. People will just show up.
Oh, really?
Because, they'll have. They're going like, no one's going to offer me a scholarship unless I get in the door, type of thing. So we'd have them different places. In some places, it's better. But oh man, it'd be so hard. Be like all of a sudden, or someone shows up and he's one of the invite, and then I hope you don't mind. I brought 9 of my teammates with me and things like that. And you're just like all of a sudden, it's like, oh wow, there's people everywhere. It's because the word gets out that this is going on.
Yeah. Yep.
That wasn't a silent deal that Nebraska. I mean, pretty much there was probably a junior day at all with 80% of the schools.
Yeah, it was a huge weekend.
Last
a huge
weekend,
Saturday.
this weekend. You're recruiting. You're forward, but it's very difficult. It would happen a lot too post game. There's always the recruits always come up after a game, and there would just be dudes hanging out, and I'd be like, I have no idea who this is. And it's just someone, whatever they drove up from wherever.
Sort of uncomfortable.
And so I'd always talk to them all, but I'm just saying, and it was hard on everyone to be able to do that. So it's a lot of work and it's a lot of things you have to get done. And then with the offensive lineman you mentioned, which also is very interesting, is that in the past you'd be like, well, we have a great shot at him. I mean, if you just took out the parents, we have great shot from Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Missouri's now is a factor.
Yes, yeah. It's not just
major
Missouri.
Factor.
So one of the things that I was thinking about as I looked at this visit list, they had a number of kids from the suburban Kansas City, Missouri area, number of guys from just sort of Missouri in general. And you think about it, and it's like right now Kansas is good. Right now Kansas State is good. Right now Iowa is good. Right now Missouri is good. Nebraska has been absent in that area, in the Kansas City, Missouri area. They have not pulled in enough recruits. They have not been visible enough there.
Iowa State has done really well.
It just like, I mean, you recruited it, right? Like, this, like there's a lot of teams,
great teams
from the area and from out. Michigan has descended upon Kansas City in recent years. Like it used to just seem to me like this was Nebraska's backyard and they could get what they would want from it.
Well,
that no longer feels
was
like
shocking when I went in there because we got a really good response. I went in there and we had players up here and Jaden Doss is from that area.
He's a good one.
And so but when I went in there, we were behind a long way. So it was like several of the coaches we haven't seen you in 4 years.
This is perfect because you were the guy that came in to recruit it. Mike Riley's staff sort of punted on it, which is wild to me. And then it never felt like, even with Ryan Held and Scott Frost in the early days, like they would do the visible one-day show up, but then never go back. Like they were there in January of 2018, and then it was like you'd never heard about Kansas City again for over a year. And then it'd be like a really big player would be down there, and people would be asking about it. And it's like, he doesn't hear from them. So how are they going to get him? Like, yeah, they might invite him to come up for a game, but if no one's talking to him consistently, that invite to a game, he gets dozens of those. So, yeah, I mean, it feels like Nebraska has to put in a lot of work just to get back to where it used to be in an area that feels like it should be like their backyard.
When I would drive down, I'm like, okay, this drive's pretty easy. 3 hours tops. A lot of the schools were less than that. It's like, well, this is pretty easy to get to.
Well, and a lot of those coaches down there have connections to the state of Nebraska. Or they're from Nebraska or they grew up watching Nebraska. I mean, the reception I get when I go down there is really strong from the coaches. So
when I was at the high school in Wichita to recruit the starting quarterback for Kansas State right now, there's people in that school from Nebraska. The secretary was right. I'd go in, I'd go in and see her, and it was all Husker gear. But you're right. You go into every school with that logo on, someone's always like, "Hang on."
Yep.
Rebecca's got to see you.
Yeah. There's always a story.
There's always a story of somebody that's
I know
there.
some secretaries.
My grandpa's a season ticket holder, and I would come up to games. And
Jeez.
Did you have a question?
No, he just no. He's just.
I thought he had
interject.
Interject. Yeah. Can I inject here?
Jalen Williams, moving away from Kansas City. Jalen Williams. How's Nebraska doing Palatine, Illinois these days?
Well, I mean, he's set to come in for a visit this weekend, so we'll see.
And he is a what?
He is a defensive lineman. I mean, I'm fairly certain we have him as a 4-star. I don't know what his exact
he's
grade
got to
is,
be.
but he's a highly recruited guy in the middle of Big Ten country that it's going to be a war for whoever comes out of there. I mean, Michigan is a heavy favorite on the 24/7 Sports crystal ball, but obviously, other than the fine folks in Creighton, everybody knows that the Jim Harbaugh is moving on. So we'll see what that does.
Hey, they got to start
for the
getting
recruiting
guys. They got to start getting guys like that more.
Well, yeah, I mean, it not just him specifically, but just
guys like that.
Is he aware?
They need to move up in the level of what they want to land.
I'm talking about defensive bigs.
Sure.
Yep.
Defensive bigs. They got Van Poppel. They got Tyson Terry coming in.
Mm-hmm.
They have some guys. They just need more of them now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of that is it'll be interesting what Cam Lenhart is. What
you can move him in.
It ultimately is Prince Will going to have to move down to defensive line, or is he going to be able to stay at Jack for his entire career?
Mm-hmm.
They did a really nice job in the 23 class getting defensive linemen.
Yes, they did.
Then it felt like they didn't have to do as much for 24. And now, we're sort of seeing with Jordan Ochoa last week. He's an interesting development guy. And then Keona Wilhite was here over the weekend, a former Washington signee that is now wide open because their coach went to Alabama. So
is everyone that comes in now, are they aware of your connection with Grant Bricks and how you?
I don't know how publicized it is.
That should
pretty
be
publicized.
It should be. It's very out there. It's very well publicized here on Bill Knox.
Your
not
career is tied to Bricks at this point.
It does feel that
Bill
way.
Knox.
It feels like for some reason, if he does not pan out, I will be held accountable.
For some reason, you will not pan out.
Yes,
if he doesn't pan out.
Oh, Schaefer's getting hold. Hey, what happened today in 101s? Hey,
where's Bricks' ankle right now?
I think it's still attached to his foot.
As Schaefer. All right. No, I'm glad you mentioned the class of 2023 defensive linemen because they did do good in
there. Well, and they have guys that I think they like Vincent Carroll Jackson. He didn't play last year because he's really new to football. And I think
he got on the field against Iowa.
Oh, that's right.
He did.
Yeah.
They played him.
He got probably 10
snaps.
10 reps or so. I mean, and they did the same with a guy that we never talked about really in last year's class because he was a late addition, and then I had a million things going on last January. But Sua Lefotu, was a guy that basically Dominic Raiola walked to Nebraska, more or less. The backstory of it is like he reached out and was like, "Hey, there's this kid. He's had a little bit of a knee problem. He's a rotational guy at one of the best schools in California. You should be recruiting him." And Nebraska took a look at him, liked the film, started recruiting him. And that's a guy that I think, could be in the line of succession behind Nash Hutmaker at that nose tackle position. So
I agree with that.
But I thought they did a really nice job with the defensive line in the 23 class. 24, they were set up with Carlin Jones and Ashton Murphy, and then everything happened there. But if they could pull a Keona Wilhite to sort of add to that, that would just continue to. I mean, you always want to bring in multiple defensive linemen every year. I mean, that's just
mass kicks ass.
It's what it is.
Still does.
It's what it is. You saw Michigan. The rotation they had in the defensive interior was incredible. And
what they did to the right
on.
side of Washington's offensive
caved
line
it in.
That game was incredible.
Yep.
Did the same thing to Alabama. They had 5 sacks in the first half.
They did, yeah.
Yep.
They dominated that
100.
When we come back, it's time for Bill's Thrills on a Thursday.
We're doing that?
I didn't know that.
We are.
I'll get something together.
Next time, early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through January 28th, enjoy Lincoln's favorite USDA Choice Bacon Wrapped Sirloin Fillets for just $3.99 per 8-ounce cut. All natural whole Boston butt for $1.49 per pound, and lumberjack pellets for $7.99 per 20-pound bag. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 Million Bracket Challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go. Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Book your appointment today at nebraskaautodetail.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G20768.
This. Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
Is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Thank you for all the texts coming in at 402-464-5685. They just appreciate the recruiting update. So thank you for the update there, Schaefer. People
Anything
appreciate
else?
that.
All right.
Any quarterbacks coming in this weekend?
I am
think
not
so.
as locked in on what the visit list is yet for this.
I don't think Mansky's coming in, the kid from Algona, Iowa.
Well, that was a rumor, but he hadn't told me yes yet. So
I don't think he is.
it was. I think I'm going to visit Nebraska, and then not a definitive date or anything.
Alex Mansky has been their target, but I don't know what you would do if you're Alex Mansky and you have Dylan Raiola.
I think getting a 2025 quarterback is going to be really difficult.
Bam.
And you're going to have to find someone who wants to bet on themselves or wants specifically a chance to play at Nebraska.
Right.
Because what's in front of them and potentially what could follow them are, make things really difficult. I mean, I think the reality is you have to also think about Dayton Raiola too.
Yeah.
I mean, I
2026.
Don't think, so it's, I think it's going to be a tough needle to thread with the 25 quarterback. Plus, you still have Daniel Kalen, who's part of the 24 class as well. So it's not, it's
not just Dylan.
It's easy for us to be like, oh, well, they should be able to go get a quarterback and, Glenn Thomas and all these. No, it doesn't. These guys can see this. I mean, then people will point at the Ohio State depth chart as if that's, symbolic of what's going to happen at Nebraska.
Yeah, one of those guys has got to move on. Right?
I would expect multiple of those guys to move on.
Devin Brown, Lincoln, something.
Keyholes.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one where you're just like immediately Keyholes has to be.
Someone will be gone in the spring portal. One of those guys will figure out through spring. They'll be like, okay, I'm too stacked. I want to go play. But that is a stacked up room. I'd imagine Schaefer's anyone that's it's probably for Power 5 the youngest quarterback room. Nebraska.
Well, Will Howard raises
Nebraska.
at 8. Oh, Nebraska. Sorry, I was thinking Ohio State. Nebraska's got to be close because you have
true freshmen and sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Harvard will be a junior.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a young. And you talk about number of starts. What do you have? 5.
5 and 3. Yeah.
Harvard
was 5 and 3.
He started 8. Okay, then it was 8 games. Okay.
5 and 3.
So that's a limited number of amount of reps. And just 2 true freshmen and a junior. That's a young, and then it's also
really
a very small number. Most places have 4.
Well,
Some
and
have 5.
all of those starts sort of came in a hybrid offense that you don't anticipate they would be attempting to run this year anyways, too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of a weird deal. It is a weird deal for Nebraska.
Speed option with Dylan.
Oh. I want fights over here.
Topic.
Yeah. We got John Denver and positive props, and we got Dylan speed option.
Run
here.
speed options.
All right, it is time for a cool parenting tip Thursday on Bill's Thrills. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it going to be bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advice.
Yes, Bill's Thrills, as always, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. They'll get you a free consultation to help you out with your finances to plan for your future.
If you're in the red zone or you're just starting off, you want to get a hold of them immediately. Shape, I think you probably heard this. Maybe I've heard on the radio at all like that, but we didn't know this until about a week ago. They actually keep $1.5 million of cash in a closet, like a vault closet. It's a vault.
Let's say vault.
It's a vault. And so it's a vault. So whatever money, so they have just stacks of cash. So whatever you make that day, you just stop by and they just walk it out. It's kind of like this, walk it out to you in a bag.
Heavily guarded.
Heavily guarded. Yeah, there is. There's people with weapons. Yeah, people with weapons.
I think they might be hiring guards.
They are hiring guards. Yeah. They are hiring right now. $36 an hour.
They got money. So
jeez,
$36 an hour.
Where do I sign up?
$36 an hour
tomorrow.
And also benefits with that. Also, also benefits. Yeah. So they're hiring. They are. See, that's a good point that you brought that up.
Guards.
Yes, they're hiring armored guards.
Armored.
Yes,
armored.
Yeah, and then guys that drive the truck.
Experience necessary for that?
None.
Okay.
None. No.
They'll train you.
They'll train you. This one's to be really aggressive. Yeah.
Aggressive looking.
Aggressive looking. Yeah, imagine us with just a stick up.
Simple.
You're
Pull your mask
You're
down.
You're the guard here. We talked about Shafe, if we went in to rob the place, like that'd be it's a stick up. Be a tan guy who talks too much, and an albino.
Yeah.
They'd pick us out in 9 seconds, and imagine us in the lineup. Well, there's the one. There's the other one.
Bam.
There's the other one. Dang it! 8 of us in the line. I imagine us
Going
in the
away.
lineup standing there.
Which one of you would be the guy who like jumps up onto the I guess it's in the band, but like basically is the one who's the like, are you the ringleader here, or is
What's
it
that?
Jake?
What's that? No, Jake would be the ringleader.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd just
So
be
the
there.
albinos.
Yeah,
yes,
organized crime is my specialty. Yes, but I'm very good at that. apparently.
Imagine just even trying to organize a bank robbery. Imagine
Yeah.
just talking it through. I don't know.
We
what
start laughing.
We start
That's
laughing.
like, all right, I don't know if I want to do
I don't do this. Exactly. Hang on a second. All right. Are we doing Bill's
We
Thrills?
got Bill's Thrills.
Would you please get
we
into
need to
Bill's
get
Thrills?
on to that.
Yeah.
So here's I gave you guys a teaser yesterday, and I flipped everything.
You did?
Because I said I got a major bugaboo going on.
Oh.
And I just flipped it because I go, this makes sense because I know who's the problem. I know it's the youth. So now it's the youth.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
the youth.
God.
It's the youth that's the problem. And so I was able to put that into cool parenting tips.
All right.
I was able to flip that over
Okay,
for us
let's
right
see
now.
what you got here.
Oh, this is going to resonate with you now.
Mhm.
Super snow buffoonery. The side street snow parking and social awareness.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
you've got to educate the kids.
Yes.
So when you get these snowstorms, the side streets get shrunk a good 1.5 feet on each side. It's now much more narrow as you're coming through. And I'm just going to tell you this never happens. Never, ever do people park on the street simultaneously. Like, oh, they both parked?
No.
Because what's going on, 3 times I've had to retreat. People park right across from each other on the street, and you can't get through. There's no space to get through. And I'm just like, who in the world, when they pulled up and the other car's already parked, thought like, yeah, we're going to park it right across from them. I think it's good. And they get out of their car and they don't realize that there's one car, a little Nissan got through ahead of me, and they're going like, the guy reached out and pulled his rearview mirror in to get through. I'm in the big rig, so I can't make it.
No,
So now
no
people are
chance.
behind me. I have to get out of the car. I'm like, I got to back it up. I can't make it. I mean, it's complete buffoonery. No one parks like that. No, 2 cars don't pull up side by side and just get out like that. So the other car's already there. So when you pull up to park, just pull forward a foot. That's it. Just not a foot, pull forward about 8 feet so you can do the little curve through to get through. Okay. They park exactly across from each other. And this always happens on snow. So all of a sudden now the curb now is what? An extra 18 inches out. So there's not enough room on the side road to be able to get through. And it's just complete. And then also you're going through like slush and frozen stuff, just trying to get in between those two. It's complete buffoonery. It's got to be fixed. We have to address it with the kids. This is you.
What's the first step to doing that? How do you?
I think
how do you
it's
start?
just a parent. When you have a kid. First of all, it'd be like I was this close. I was only about 2 blocks from my house. I about went to the door. Just excuse me.
No.
Whose vehicles are these out here? Can someone be? I want
Who's responsible for that?
I want to know. I want to know.
That needs to be on video.
I want to know. I want to know who parked in this. I mean, because somebody's pulled up. It had to be some high school kids like that, and they said, "All right, gonna go over to Connie's house." Boom, pull in, park directly across from the deal. It's like, are you kidding me? And so, like I said, that's how it happened because they didn't park simultaneously. They both got out of the car. And when you get out what? On the roadside.
Okay.
You're on the roadside, so right away you have an issue. So the other person, they pull up, when they get out of the car, it's like, how did this happen? But it's happened to me 3 times where I've had to retreat. Couldn't get through.
That
Couldn't make it
sucks.
through.
Come on, people.
So if you just
be better.
You think it's the youth, huh?
It's the youth. This is high school. It's youth. It's the youth. I know it is. Yeah.
That's
I know
a
what's
good
going
one.
on.
Yeah, that's a bugaboo.
Hey, was this the same Connie that was ran into by Caitlin Clark? Is that what you're talking about?
Same one,
Same
probably.
Connie.
How do you do that now?
Caitlin Clark ran into her. Let's be clear on that.
Connie got ran into.
Yes,
by
Connie got
Caitlin
ran
Clark.
into.
Yeah.
One of those two is technically supposed to be on the court.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
It's court
I'm the
storming.
first person to agree that the right on the court goes to the player, but there was a flop.
There was a major
flop. There was a flop.
Good God, she
Yeah.
threw back her head.
Yeah, there's a major.
come on,
there's a
Caitlin.
major flop.
Somebody on her team had to say, "What are you doing?"
How about for the rest? 20 years from now, Connie, someone's gonna pull that video up. She's gonna be driving a minivan, dropping kids off at soccer. And someone's gonna be like, "This is you, right? Right here in this video."
She seemed nonplussed.
I loved how she kind of looked back and just melted into the crowd.
That couldn't have been a bad problem.
No, imagine that night they're down at the whatever the version of the rail is at Ohio State.
You ran into Caitlin.
I went, was you that was you, right? Yeah. Hold it. I got this video. This looks a lot. Her parents are, she just kept going. She's telling her parents she's going to the game, so they're watching this. They're like, Connie, is that Connie? Oh God, Connie. Why God,
why? Some response before we get to the game show.
Yeah, we got a game show to play.
From Bill's Thrills. Some response. Someone says, you like this one, Bill. UPS driver here, preach.
Yeah.
A UPS driver.
I think
they have some.
Yeah, this is real, guys. This is real. I didn't make this crap up.
That just got real.
Yeah, it just got.
He goes on.
I couldn't imagine him trying to get through with the UPS truck.
Goes on to say this: I've had to knock on doors multiple times. I can't just whip Big Brown around anywhere.
Exactly. Big Brown.
He's had to knock down. He's had to knock on doors.
Yeah, people. It's incredible.
You don't want that UPS man at your door.
Imagine, yes, you have a package for me? No, I need the Jeep
move.
moved.
The damn car.
I need the Jeep moved.
Yeah.
Can you do that? What else we got, Jay, from the line?
Cough Dog just says better times. Yes.
That's the best. Just better times.
It usually boils down to that.
It does. Thank you.
Yeah, better times. When in doubt.
John Denver, better times.
Earthquake says, amen, Bill. Someone says, don't drive such a big truck, apparently. They're blaming you for
the
problem.
Hey, get off me
it's
on
a
this
you
one.
problem.
Yeah, that's not, I'm not going to take because there was others that couldn't get through. The UPS guy can't get through. How about that one?
Yeah. Jeff the Texter says that those are the same people that don't scoop their sidewalks either. That park their cars poorly on the street.
There's something to that. There is something to that.
Someone says, I used to work for UPS. You can lose your job if you hit a parked car.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so now we're risking jobs. People are trying to feed their family.
Risking jobs.
People are trying to feed their family, and all of a sudden, because of the buffoonery of parking not side by side, across from each other, causes the problem.
It's true. The UPS rules are stringent. I had a friend who lost a job. I think he hit 2. That's it.
Same day. Do you ping them? Ping.
Was it a bumper car situation?
It wasn't. They weren't bad hits. Just minor will take care of it. They'll put you in the loading zone.
And I get it where it gets a little difficult. I was outside last night, and Oliver, my middle daughter, came home. She's like,
Ollie.
She goes, we call her Oliver. And I go, Oliver.
Bad.
She goes, rolls the window down. She goes, postman stuck, about blocked down. It was already dark. He was stuck, and he got off onto the side. Was stuck. So grabbed the shovel, went down, dug him out.
So that's what you had to do is dig out.
You had to dig him out.
Not
and
push.
They got him pushed. No, had to dig him out. And then I go, hey, I go, I'm going to push from the front. We have to rock it a little bit. We got to go out the back. We can't make it the front way to build to go. So where I get there right away, I ask him, I go, hey, is this rear wheel drive? Of course it is. He said, he's so mad. He's so mad. Yeah. He's so mad.
Oh, God.
Exact words. He goes,
Oh, God.
because everyone wants their mail. No one wants to scoop around their mailbox.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. I got myself in a heater there.
Yeah, you
So I just
did.
got it scooped out and we
Wow.
moved on.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, that's Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty
Better
at
times.
Mid Plains Advisors. Let's
Dumps
play
down
the
to
game
that.
show. Give us a call right now at 464-568-5. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Sometimes you do random throwback Thursdays. Random. I was
Never.
watching the Lions and the Bucks this past weekend. I was just admiring how Mike Evans has been incredible for 10 years in the league. So he was drafted in 2014. 2014 NFL draft. Very random. Very random.
Ooh, Mike.
Oh, this is right up Schaefer's alley.
Schaefer's here.
I'm going to have to think a little bit, but the clues that Jake gives will be
We'll be fine.
They'll be
I'll give you the position, the school, the team drafted by, and overall pick. Be very simple.
14.
So let's do it. 464-5685. Shut up, Simple. Starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Dickdown Sip and Trivia. 2-1 on the week is the record. Schaefer is the lifeline today. You guys feel okay about
I'm out.
2014 NFL draft?
Yeah, I think I've locked in on it. I know what the Vikings did that year. That's how I have to work these things out.
That was the last year of Pelini, right?
Yes, yeah, but the draft would have come before that season for Pelini.
That's right.
Oh,
so it's the 2013 season college football leads into the 2014 draft.
Thank you.
All right, we got Greg. Greg, how do you feel about the 2014 NFL draft today?
Not so-so.
All right, so. We'll get Schaefer's a lifeline for SIP this today. So first question goes to you, Greg. Here we go. What quarterback from UCF did the Jags take 3rd overall in the 2014 NFL draft?
Would that be Blake Bortles?
Brilliant! It would be Blake Bortles.
Didn't pan out all that well, right?
He made an AFC title game in 2016, and then after that it didn't go well, but he made a title game. 1-0 lead. Sip, first question to you. What linebacker from UCLA did the Vikings take 9th overall in the 2014 NFL draft?
God dang. Vikings took a UCLA linebacker.
Well, two of their linebackers were UCLA guys for 10 years.
All right, well, I'm going to go Schaefer here.
It is Anthony Barr.
Brilliant!
I've never
Anthony
got
Barr
that.
is correct.
Give me
You would not have got that.
400 guess.
Anthony Barr is
I
correct.
don't even know who he is. No, he did.
Well,
Anthony Barr. I would not have got it either, Bill.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
there's
idea.
no way.
Back
Nice
to
job.
you, Greg. 1-1
Schaefer's
tie.
better than us.
He does
That's why
well
he got
this
Grant
stuff.
Bricks.
For the lead, Greg, your last question. What defensive tackle from Pittsburgh did the Rams take 13th overall in 2014?
This is like layup after layup after layup.
Whoa.
Oh, that's Greg.
I
Hi,
bet
Greg.
you're like 3rd to 5th round to make it hard. Aaron Donald.
He's criticizing me for being too easy in the game show. Incredible.
This is Greg. This is
that
our friend Greg.
The toothless one?
No.
Greg and Milford, right?
This is Greg and Milford.
Greg and Milford.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had a pet peeve about the Postal Service too. I was going to tell you guys.
Oh,
We have 2 friends named Greg.
We got
Nice, I
3.
didn't-
Well, Greg and Myrtle Beach, too.
Yeah, Greg and Myrtle Beach,
A lot
3
of
friends.
Gregs.
Yeah.
All right,
And
Sip,
Greg
you're,
Brady.
Greg Brady, another friend.
you're on your own, Sip. Schaefer already helped you out.
Schaefer,
For
all right.
the tie. What offensive tackle from Michigan did the Titans take 11th overall in
It's the
2014?
guy that works with Compton.
What's
You
his
better get this, Sip.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. The guy that works with Compton.
Can I give him the initials just to make it even?
Hey, listen, it's up to you. If you want to do that, you're
Yeah,
welcome
go ahead.
to.
T and L.
TL.
Trevor Lewinson.
Oh, God.
There is no Trevor Lewinson that I know of. That'd be Taylor Lewan
Oh,
is
okay.
the name.
Same thing.
So, Greg, we'll
Same
get you
thing.
bagels.
All right,
Think
so
we're
that's not
calling
right.
in and
Nah.
calling down the
You're
road, Greg.
stupid, Simple.
There it goes.
Quick question. The Postal Service shut down during the last storm. UPS delivered all during
Ooh.
UPS.
Ooh.
What can Brown do for you?
Yeah.
They deliver all the time.
Hold it. The Postal Service, isn't it rain, snow? Isn't that like
Hey,
you're
That's what I kept mumbling when I was drinking my coffee in the morning. I never got my mail for like 3 days.
Unbelievable.
Well, they were stuck a lot. I dug them out.
Bill had to get and he got credit.
Of course it does.
Still, you got to remember, in the rule, they use their own vehicles, so they have 4-wheel drive and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I actually talked after that. The UPS guy stopped by our house afterwards. I go, how you going? He goes, that's going pretty good. I can get around a little bit like that. I go, I just dug the mailman. He goes, yeah, he's been stuck like 3 times.
Tyler Lewan.
Taylor Lewan.
Taylor Lewan.
Taylor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was a little bit surprised you didn't go with the Johnny Manziel. in that
Okay.
draft.
Yeah,
Okay.
do that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
can't-
Okay.
There's
That'd
only
been a
four-
tough one to
there's
get.
That was
only
Manziel.
What Heisman
So that was
Trophy
Bortles,
winner
that was Manziel.
from Texas A&M was drafted by the Browns? Can you get it?
Yeah,
Is
come
there
on,
any
Shane,
way you
that'd
can
be
get this?
That'd be easy.
I mean, would he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy. I think I would have.
I wouldn't have got either one of the other ones. I wouldn't have
I
got
would say that gambler.
The
gambling
gambler.
quarterback.
The gambling quarterback. Yeah, that'd be him. All right. The spillover's next. You guys, you're checking out.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I have to check out.
it'll be a quiet spillover.
Very rare
We'll
check
see.
out.
It'll be just Jake.
And Sip is here on Monday. You're back Monday.
I'll be back Monday, God
Gone tomorrow,
willing.
back
God
Monday.
willing. Yes.
All right. We'll see you Monday. Spillover's next on Early Break on the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rashawn Jackson, the captain here. for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relieved. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low-rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
John Henry's would like to remind you, if you haven't already, to unhook your outdoor hoses and check faucets for leaks so your pipes don't freeze. As the official plumber of the Huskers, you know who to call when a plumbing issue arises. From frozen pipes to clogged drains, we can help you protect your home this winter. Give John Henry's a call today to schedule at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover. Chris Raff in the building. Everybody else is checked out. We've got places to be, places to go.
Busy people.
It's just me and you, Raff. So,
Good morning.
Good to see you. We were at the game last night. Supernovas. Omaha started things off.
5-setter.
Yep. It was fun. The first 2 sets we were both there for, and the Novas were down 2-0.
Yep.
And then they came back 1 set 3 and 4. And set 5, you think you get all the momentum. Let's win this first match in front of all these people, almost 12,000 people. They lose 15-13, set 5.
Yep.
0-1 start off the season. But I would say, again, a very enjoyable product. I would say the crowd was good, just shy of 12,000.
Yeah.
I thought that the graphics and videos were good too.
Yep.
They had the very impressive replay system, like tennis you would see like at
I like that.
Tennis.
I think college volleyball needs to go to that. I mean, probably a couple $1 million per school, but hey.
It was enjoyable. So I would say shout out to everybody involved. Shout out to DP and Renee Saunders on the call for radio. Of course, it was on TV also. I'm just glad that people were able to experience that the first go, and it went smoothly. You can tell now. You've been part of some smaller organizations as the head coach.
Yep.
That sometimes there's probably some weird kinks to go on because they're trying to make it a bigger deal, a big deal, and it's hard to make it a big deal.
Yeah.
But I mean, you saw fans in Omaha Supernovas attire. They had a lot of options to purchase things. I think that they were properly prepared for that night, and I think anybody that went there, I would assume would come away with a good experience. For the first ever match for the Novas.
Yep, that's what I felt too. The thought that went through my head was they didn't cut any corners, because sometimes when you're a new team, a new league, your funding is not always there right away. So you're trying to, how can we get away with not spending a ton to get, the effect? But it looked like there were no corners cut, and it was a successful night for them, and it'll be fun to see how they progress.
Yeah, if you are getting curious, it's a 24-match season before the playoffs. It goes from last night through May. And DP and Rico will be going to all home and away games, as well as Renee Saunders too. I'm trying to make sure I get the next game pulled up. I know they play here in the next within the next week for the Supernovas, but I don't have it pulled up here. But they'll be in action within the next week or so.
Yep.
Supernovas. But Atlanta Vibe, they were ready to go last night. So shout out to them.
Yep. And then they're playing. The championship team gets $1 million to split amongst the teams.
That's a big deal, Raf.
That's a good chunk of change.
So I got their next match. The Novas play again at home against the San Diego Mojo. That's at 6 p.m. on Saturday, February 3rd. So that's your next match for them. In the seven teams this inaugural season for the Supernovas, I think 16 to 18 by next season and 32 from 2 years from now. So that's the plan. That you did not see, and people were asking, was Jason Derulo there? No, he was not there. He had a video promoting the league and the team and everything. So that was cool. But there's a lot of media there. So a lot of the big Nebraska media were in the building. So enjoyed that. It was a fun experience. I would recommend anybody that did not go, check it out. Supernovas at CHI Health Center. Next match is again Saturday, February 3rd against San Diego, 6 p.m. CHI Health Center. Raf, we saw last night that in men's basketball, Maryland beats Iowa. Maryland, of course, is a team that Nebraska plays on Saturday, 11 a.m. In College Park in Maryland. So Iowa is a team that can score a bunch of points. Last night, they didn't score the last 5 minutes of the game in terms of scoring a field goal. They had some free throws, but no field goals.
Yeah.
But as Bill pointed out on the show, Maryland's record is not impressive. They're 12-8, but they have 5 losses by, I think, 3 points or less. So they're really close to being really dang good.
Yep.
So you don't let the record fool you. It's going to be a tough test on Saturday.
And it's a road game. That's the key thing. Nebraska's got to get over that hump. It's a road game, and things are different when Nebraska's on the road.
I pointed out again also that if you are curious or don't believe in Nebraska and are just saying prove still that this is a legitimate team, these next 4 games, this is your time. You've got 3 games on the road, and your one home game is against a ranked Wisconsin team that's very good. You play again at Maryland, which is your most winnable game of those ones. Home against Wisconsin next week, then at Illinois, who was number 10 before last night. They lost at Northwestern, and then you have one more road game. You are at Northwestern, who just beat Illinois at home. So that was good. I mean, Northwestern could have beat you here in Lincoln. That was a good basketball game. That's a good team. That's going to be a very difficult game to win. So we were saying that 2-2, you take that if you get it in that 4-game stretch.
Yeah.
3-1, you might be a 6 seed in the dance.
Yep. And then it'd be interesting to see how with Juwan Gary, what his status will be, because I thought they got a great they had a great chance where they did not have to play him last game, so it's just more rest for him. So to see if he'll make a return this Saturday or if it'll be.
Yeah, it appeared he could have played. I mean, he warmed up with the team against Ohio State, did not play on Tuesday night, but it appears he's very close. So I would expect him to probably play.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's not going to play, he wouldn't have suited up or had the warm-ups on against Ohio State. He's got to be close.
Yep.
So I still go back and say that's incredible that it looked like it was a torn Achilles, and he was almost able to play 2 games later.
Yeah.
Which is very fortunate. And I just, again, I give kudos to Nebraska for not having your alpha, being plus 14 against Northwestern on the boards and plus 7 against Ohio State.
Yep.
That was a physical team, the Buckeyes were. And they were lanky, they were long, but Nebraska did the job, and they knew they had to back up Juwan Gary, who was not out there to be their enforcer.
And it gave him another game for him to rest, because you had to wonder how close he was there when they first came out in the first half. They were down 22-13. How close Coach Hoiberg was to saying, all right, let's go with Juwan and see if he can get something going. But fortunately, they were able to pick up their play, and they were able to give him another night of rest. And right now, I think that's the key thing, that as much rest as you can get him. And then when they bring him back, hopefully he'll be good to go.
Regarding, this is from Gator, who is a jaded fan, and understand Nebraska.
A lot of jaded Nebraska basketball
Nebraska
fans.
has been poor on the road this year, besides the win at Kansas State, besides the neutral site win against Oregon State and Sioux Falls. They've been bad.
Yep.
It's tough to win on the road anywhere. But Gator says, if we played Maryland at home, we win by 12. Since it's on the road, we were going to lose by 18. That's pretty extreme. It's pretty extreme, Gator.
Just a 30-point differential. I think Nebraska will play good, actually.
Sanderson says, exactly right, Jake. These are the games that will sway me. I'm not buying in yet. This is a critical, crucial 4-game stretch. If you expect 4-0, you're crazy. They got 3 road games.
Yep.
2-2.
2-2
is what you're looking for. Just know that 2 losses is probably going to happen. It's just road games, tough teams. If they're 3-1, hello, got a chance to do something, to be obviously more than a top 4 team in the conference.
Yeah.
Higher than that. And you're probably going to be a no doubt tournament team. So these are the games where you can get some resume boosters and finally get a road win in the conference play.
We go 4-0, start booking the final 4 trips.
4-0. Pavelka's voice would be gone.
Yep. Pavelka's got questions whether he's going to make it through the season or not. Every broadcast at the end,
he's getting excited. He's getting pumped.
He thinks he's got a sprained larynx or whatever.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And he can't just like tone down the energy. It's just what he's known for. It's high energy. Bang, bang.
I don't know if I want the victory more for the state of Nebraska or for him, just the tournament victory, just to see him get one. I mean,
he deserves it. Yeah. If anyone in the state deserves to see a tournament win, it is Kent Pavelka. The man's been on the call for 40+ years for men's basketball. Has seen, some highs that never got to a tournament win, but also mostly lows in the history of the program. So again, we'll see if we have news today or tomorrow from Fred Hoiberg or today regarding Juwan Gary's availability and just comments in general on the game on Saturday. That's it for us. The Drive with Raf and AD is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch and Chris Raff. I am Jake Sorensen. We will see you tomorrow.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking